my runny ass nose. Make sure that it's running properly. Make sure my mic's coming through. Everybody say test. Wait, what the fuck? Ah, I caught it before we started. Good thing I checked that, because it wasn't catching you guys. And we had that debacle, that disaster in session 13.
Test.
Okay.
Testing.
We are live.
Test.
Live.
Everyone is
good?
live. We are working well.
Ding dong.
Okay. I didn't do the stream starting screen, but here we are in our little wonderful paradise of being squared away in little windows on the screen. Spectacular. So, everybody. We pick up from last time. We are now in the town of Greenwood, and have been for several days. A lot of work has been done in the forge. We have harassed a magical items merchant. Jug has gone sightseeing. Manus has invented a new alloy. Revian caught a big fish and met his sister, of which he discovered was a demigod of sorts. But not of sorts, but just in fact is.
Is.
And then discovering that there is combat sport in this town, and a tendency to have these quite regularly in arenas in different spots around the city, this one being just outside the city. Everybody took interest and decided to sign up and join in and get ready to make fun/combat in an arena for a crowd and a spectacle. So here we are. So what happened last time specifically is first the 3v3 of Revian. My nose is so stuffed. Revian, Lupa, and Jug were unfortunately defeated in the, I believe it was supposed to be the semi-final round and not the final.
Yes.
And then we started out the single duels with Jack, and he got very, very close to winning, but missed it by just one roll. One roll, and I rolled a natural 20 to his detriment, unfortunately. So now Jack is in the loser's bracket of the solo 1 versus 1s. So here we are. Let me grab this and that. I had like 5 things that I had to grab for tabletop audio really quick. A little bit of ambience, you know. Okay. Really like this this particular song from this playlist. It's very fits the vibe. Okay. So, Jack vacates the arena and the steward steps out. Everyone, next up in the arena now is, let's see, it is Jug. He looks around, he goes, which one was that?
I stand up, toolbox in hand.
Yes, you, small one, correct. Okay, and the other is, let's see here, as the DM checks his notes. I was in the wrong spot.
Glare on your glasses is pretty shiny.
Yes, I have both lights on now. Where the fuck are the names? I know where they are, I promise. I'm the perfect DM. And he looks at the list and he goes, next, and he says, Jug and Bruthon Phaedris. Yes, of course, the Dark Elf. And he rolls up the scroll and he says, kind of does one of these and waves you guys over. And Jug, you look upon the Dark Elf that beat you guys in the 3v3.
Oh shit.
And he's like,
my eyes and let my fucking sword go.
This is like someone teleported Samwise to Rivendell and then immediately upon arriving, like literally walked him straight to Elrond and said, "This is Lord Elrond. Make your introductions." And then you have Sam, who's like never seen an elf, just going, which is basically all he would have probably done. Not saying that's what Jug is doing, but I'm saying that this is the equivalent situation to that. These are equivalent to the Noldor. These are the equivalent to the highest of high elves and in existence in the world.
Chug was already in a squinting mood, but his eyes just get even closer and closer to being closed. Now, just you beat me once today, and I didn't really appreciate that.
So, and
I'm not having a good day.
So when people say dark elf, I do say dark elf for simplification, but it's also a bit of a what's that word for like doesn't quite take the full meaning. What is it? Derogatory. It's a bit derogatory, not like fully derogatory, like it's offensive, but it's kind of like the dark elves are the drow. They live underground. The Erun, yes, they are dark elves, but that's not the same. But some people say that, and it's whatever. Yes, he's and him and Revian are like, he's a little taller than Revian, just by a pinch, not by much. So he's pretty tall, but he strides forth in his like gleaming armor of like silvers and blacks, and like the black on it is like matte. It's very extremely ornate. Long flowing hair, just snow white, blue glowing, like sky blue glowing eyes almost, it seems. And they're not actually glowing, but you feel like they might be. He steps forward and he spots you. He steps into the ring. What do you do, Jug?
Wait for that match point to start, and then I'm fucking going.
And he leans forward. So it's customary when people walk in with two swords or two weapons that are, physical weapons, and they are physical fighters. Jack is not, so they did points. But for physical weapons, the referee. So the referee boy steps out, and he goes, "Are we going to yield or point?" Which means, like, you either beat the shit out of each other until one of you yields, or you go to points.
I'll fucking yield, dude.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay.
Yeah, Jug just, like, squints at him, still staring at him, just, we'll do yield.
And the referee boy looks up at the arrow, and he looks down at you, and he says, "Are you sure?" It's just like, you go from like the lack intensity of like your goofy little group to like he's just giving you this soft look of just like there's no meaning hidden behind it. It's just he's just tender, caring, and just like, "Are you sure?"
Don't hold back.
Of course. I'm sorry if I injure you. Yield then, young man. And he says, "All right, okay. They're going to yield." And then the fucking everybody freaks out. They go fucking wild because they get to watch two guys beat the shit out of each other. So they're excited. All right, this is going to be interesting. So, honestly, best way to go about this, I guess, is, because we'll be here for hours if he's going to fight Jug for health. So, we'll play this out. We'll play this out. I'm not going to limit it. We'll play this out and see how it goes. So, I'm going to roll me a few dice here and see what I want to use. This is going to be interesting. Use a sparkly one. Okay. So he draws both of the each half of the double-bladed sword, sheathed at both hips, and then connects it in the middle and twists it together. And then he twists it around to his side, and he leans forward, and he like brings it up in like some kind of stance that you don't really recognize. You've never seen these before. And
Jug gets into his side stance where he basically has the hilt, hand on hilt next to his waist, and then the other hand on the middle one, ready to block or stab or slice.
The little referee boy's got the flag out, and he looks at both of you, and he lifts the flag and backs away.
All right, muscles into the ground. I'm gonna fucking run at him.
All right. Oh shit, that bounced out. This fucking nose of mine.
I will be right back.
Dude, this nose of mine is going to kill me. Okay. So he comes at you and let's see. Okay. So he brings the weapon down. What did you roll?
16.
16. Okay. 18. So he comes in and he brings the front blade down first, and you like, what do you do? He comes in, it's a pretty obvious strike.
Fucking. I think Jug's still not used to blocking instinctively. He'll probably put his hand out, and I'll use that opportunity to. Puny weapons cannot harm me.
Okay. So he brings the weapon down, and you kind of like catch the first blade, and he brings the other one around and like cuts you across the cheek, gives you a nice like cool adventuring guy scar. And then he steps back and brings the blade around to the other side, and then takes like a different sort of stance as he twists the blade around his hip in a different sort of way. Let's go again.
Nat 20. That's a 30.
Yeah, I got
Wow.
14. No, 13. So yeah. So he takes that stance, and then he goes to try and like do a sort of kick to send you off balance. What do you do?
Jug, he tries to get off balance, but he plants his sword into the ground really quickly, hilt up, jumps on it, and then just punches him like right in the chest. Like a karate palm, just boom.
Oh shit.
And
Okay,
then
so
jumps
like
down and gets his sword back into his hands.
so you send him flying backwards, and he like rotates in the air and lands like 3-point landing, dragging on like the knees and one foot, and like a fist. And he stands up and brings the blade up, and then charges. And kind of takes like a jump to strike. Roll. Ooh, that was a good one for me.
21.
Hold on, I can't math. 26.
Damn.
Okay,
Fuck.
so he comes in, and he sees your what do you do as he's coming in? He like jumps in the air to come in for a strike.
Jug's probably got both hands on middle and bottom hilt and is like getting ready to just like block it with the sword.
Okay, so he comes in,
Try to swipe it to the side.
he makes a strike, and then as you like block it and kind of parry it to the side, he brings the other side of the other blade around over and kind of brings it across like across here, but not a deep cut. And he gives you a nice cut across like almost a little bit of an alarming spot on the cheek in the neck. And you go, shit, is this guy trying to kill me? And then you remember you didn't say yield,
Probably.
and also there's clerics, so it's kind of eh.
Well, if these
We'll be
clothes are
alright.
fucked, Jug's gonna fucking toss the armor to the side.
And he stands and takes a stance again. Let's roll again. Let's see. Not as good for me again.
24.
I got 16. Yeah, I got a 16. So he comes forward and he tries to get you like cuts and you like parry it, and he tries to bring it around and he flips it over and he brings it forward to get you kind of with one of the Darth Maul like hilt to the face things, but of course he's angled down. But he like parries your strike away and then goes for that. What do you do?
Jug's just gonna like use his just hand to just parry that, just push it up, and just using brute strength this time with his left hand to just swing the sword up and give him a similar cut. That
Oh,
he gave
yeah.
him.
So yeah, you cut him across the side of his like his neck and his cheek, and he like flips the blade around and like turns around to the other way and changes stance again. He goes, "You're quite strong."
You're quite skilled.
Go ahead and roll.
15.
He comes in and he brings the blade down again in his same sort of strike he did when he jumped, but this time he doesn't jump. He brings the blade down. And what did you roll?
15.
15. I got, let's see, what is no way. 15.
Oh, die.
So, he comes down,
dude.
how do you like parry his strikes? He comes in and he stabs down with the first blade, and then to your surprise, he breaks away the other one and brings it around and cuts up across.
I think Jug will block the first strike by like moving his hand and just holding his palm right below where the second hilt is. Palm below the hole, catch the first strike, and then as he takes it out and uses his other hand to cut, Jug's gonna use that hand to also grab his hand before it strikes him.
Ooh.
So they're just like sword to sword and hand to hand, just holding, trying not to
Okay.
get cut.
Roll again. This is just like till one of you tires out.
27.
Pretty bad for me. I rolled let's see, what is that? That's fucking 11.
Ooh.
So you got him on that one.
Yeah, while he
Headbutt him.
That's what I was gonna do.
I was gonna say take this one. You got a hold of him. So what do you do on this one?
Fuck yeah, I was gonna do. Okay, Jug with his sword stuck in that middle hole. Jug's gonna turn the sword where his hand just like gets kind of stuck and just bring him forward and give him just a mean fucking headbutt. Just bang.
Ooh. So you headbutt him, and he actually like his
Bring
head
the sword
like
down, just boom.
yeah, he loses one of like the pieces, half of the twin blade. Holding onto one piece, it actually flies backwards and kind of like rolls over a shoulder onto his feet, and then stands up with one blade and like takes a stance. Roll again. What is that?
Oh fuck.
13. What does that say?
15.
It's kind of hard to see. The way the die is, it's like the way it reflects the light is weird. It's like kind of hard to see. God damn it with this nose, man. Stop running. This started a couple hours ago again. And just running and running and running. I may need more ammunition. Okay. What did you roll?
15.
20. Okay. So he steps forward and he kind of twirls the blade and brings it around from your right. And he comes in and as you go to like parry the strike, you see his other foot move, and he seems to like have shifted his attention, and he like stomps the hilt of the other half of his twin blade, and it's in hand as he brings it forward. What do you try to do?
Same, just sword shield block. Try to swing his sword. Jug tries to swing his sword around to block it in time.
So you try
Probably
to
fails.
So you try to block like the stab, and then the left hand like catches you across the torso and like kind of cuts your side. And then he draws back and takes a couple steps away. Roll again.
Oh fuck!
I rolled another 20.
I
Not a
rolled
natural
nat
20, but-
one. I rolled a nat 1. so
Oh
that's 11.
shit!
Oh,
Wait a second. Wait. Is that Jug's first natural one with his strength?
Probably, yeah.
I think that's your
It may
first
be,
natural
yeah.
one on
He's done it
rolling
one other
strength.
time.
No, but I'm
that's
saying
probably
with.
the second one.
Is it? I was gonna say with
He's done
specifically
it
strength.
One other time.
Yes.
One other time
Yeah,
he's done
I've
it.
only gotten a nat 1 on strength one time.
I don't even
One
remember.
time, but it has happened.
Wow.
And it was funny
Oh,
as hell because
yeah.
he goes, because he needed it
Probably-
for something really important. And he's
Was
like,
it the
"Damn it."
Nargis fight?
It was the Nargis fighter when we fought that troll, I think.
I think it might.
It's been a long time. I don't remember.
It's
No,
been
I
a
don't-
while.
I bring
I
it
think
up.
I had like +10 strength before, so it might have been Nargus.
Oh,
I can't remember.
You had plus
it had to have
strength
been
when you
Nargus.
failed.
If it was when he has, since you've had +10, I don't know. But if it was that far back, that might be why I don't remember. Because I only specifically took note of this one because you now have the +10, which means you can only fail with a 1.
and that's when
Technically.
he failed the
But this
last
isn't like
time.
actual combat. This is, we're building a little bit of a story here.
It was
um,
after you said that the very first time that he failed, not long after. It was either that episode or the next episode after.
Okay.
And he's like,
It's been a
"Fuck,
while then.
jinxed me."
Okay. You rolled a natural 1. I almost moved my die. It is a 20 again. I already said that, I think, didn't I? That was Zitchy. Here
Yeah.
we go. So, he cuts you across the side, and then takes his 2 steps away. And as you bring your sword around into your stance again, he's already got the blade put together. And he's also, like, at the same time, he's now coming at you. Like, he's already way closer than you expected him to be. He's very fast. What do you do?
Jug's gonna position him where he's not gonna be able to block it, so he's gonna just position himself where he just gets stabbed in the shoulder.
So you
instead of
bring the
anywhere
sword
vital.
around, and he steps where you think he's coming directly at you. He steps more laterally than you expected. And then you find the blade is under your foot, and you are off balance. Roll again.
Oh, I'm about to
Instead of
fucking-
attacking you, he attacked your footing.
Oh shit. That's a
Didn't roll
fucking
very well.
26.
Oh yeah, I rolled like shit. I rolled what is this, a 13? Yeah, 13. We'll keep from this position. What do you do?
Jug's in the air, so he's going to use his tail, which you might forget he has sometimes, but he is a possum. He's gonna grab the dude's hand and probably squeeze it as much as he can, and then just wrap himself around his arm and just crush the shit out of his wrist, so he'll drop the weapon, and he's just
Oh, shit.
standing there getting. He dropped his sword too. He's going into fisticuffs now.
All right. So
This guy's about to be out fucking
Yeah.
matched in terms of which one has the different kind of skill.
So he does drop the blade, and let's roll again here. I know what he's gonna do.
Let's hope this blessed me.
Ooh, a good one.
Ah, damn it! It is too fucking tied. I got a 14.
A 14. I rolled a 26 again. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So you wrap around his gauntlet, and he grunts, and then you find yourself falling as he's ripped his hand away from the gauntlet. He like detached it from his arm really quickly. It was just like kind of a bracer on his arm and like a bit of a glove with some reinforcement. And you find yourself like falling to the ground as he's like ripped it away from his hand. And he spins around. He kind of takes a stance. Let's roll again.
24.
I have to math. 21. You got him.
All right, Jug's gonna let go of the gauntlet, fall down to the ground, feet in one hand on the ground as he's just like sliding back, grab the sword, and he's just gonna fucking use all the muscles in his legs to just rush at him and swipe across him.
All right.
The side that doesn't have a sword anymore.
Where do you cut him? Because he's kind of got no weapons, so. You're
Probably
between him
straight
and his
up
twin
on-
blade.
If I got his left gauntlet, then I would probably swing up on his like right side
Okay.
or left side.
Okay. Yeah. He
Whatever
tries
side
to
doesn't
like.
have a gauntlet anymore. 'cause
He
it's
tries to
probably
step away, and you catch his arm, like kind of cut it up his forearm, and he kind of winces and like kind of rolls away to the side. Let's see. What is that?
It's
Go ahead.
fucking getting
Did I say to
close.
roll? I don't know if I said to roll or not.
Oh my god!
That's
a
22.
13.
Oof.
What is
So-
this back and fucking forth, dude?
He's an Arun, man. It makes sense. Honestly, the dice are telling a story here. Because this is like if there were any person in this entire arena to give you a skill for skill challenge, not based on your strength, and be able to not meet your strength but step aside of it, it would be this
I
guy.
just want. I would just want a little variation, maybe 2 wins and then 2 losses instead of win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. It's too perfect. That's
So
the
he kind of
problem.
like, at first he rolls to the side and then he dives across the arena and like goes into like Indiana Jones, Lego Indiana Jones shoulder roll and like comes up with the blade in his hand, and then he detaches it. And he's got like one in like a reverse and then one in like regular grip as he comes forward in kind of this weird sort of stance. And he comes forward towards you, and let's see, what does he do? He goes for a kind of a double strike where he brings the first one down, then comes down with the other one from a like overhand. What do you do?
Fuck. Drop the weapon, drop my sword, and then try to grab both of his weapons just by the blade.
Ooh, so he like comes in like this, and you're just like holding both blades as he's just like leaning down on you. And he's like leaning and he goes, "You're quite skilled." And he's like pushing really hard.
You're quite strong.
Roll again.
Ooh.
What does that say?
Alright, now we're getting somewhere. I got a 14.
You gotta. Okay.
Let's you roll the 13 or below. It's
Trying to do math again. Dude. I'm just gonna pull my fucking phone out at this point. Like, I can't. Quick math is just.
Where'd your calculator go?
I've got it.
Come on, calculator, calculator.
Okay, 23. So he pulls away, giving you time to grab your sword if you want to, and then he's gonna come
Yeah.
in for another strike. How do you try to block?
I think Jug's going to use the flat side to swing his swing at his blades and kind of just like smack his swords out of the way.
Okay, he comes down. Wait, what was your full roll?
14.
14 total? Okay. So, we'll say that this is like the first showing of like the fact that Jug just started practicing with a sword, because you go to parry one direction and he steps to the side and like kind of double cuts you on the other side, on the same side where he cut you before, like on your ribs, and he kind of double cuts you there, and then brings the blades around to the, and he takes another stance, like one reversed and one pointing at you. What do you? Let's roll. And what do you do now?
Fuck, Jug is
Not very good for me.
22.
Much better, yeah. 14. So what do you do?
Jug will just quickly rip a piece of the cloth, the pants on his leg, and just like wrap it around him the way he's not bleeding out, and go for some final strikes here. He's gonna use all his might to just jump up and swing down.
All right.
Just
So
jump, just
so he steps forward and he goes to strike you, and then you jump unexpectedly, and he wasn't looking for it. And where do you hit him?
I'm gonna use the fly. I've jumped up, and I'm gonna not slice at him, but I'm going to turn it flat side. I'm just gonna bonk him on the head.
Oh, nice.
All right. So you yeah, it's a
I'm gonna
pretty good
let that
hit.
shit reverberate.
Okay, he
17.
manages to stay up and not pass out from the pain of being bonked on the top of the head. I'm gonna do my actual roll for this one now, though. You rolled pretty good for that. Let's see. Oh shit, what was that? Okay. So, ooh, another 26. What did you get?
Yeah, 17.
Oh, not quite. Okay. So, he kind of like, after you bonk him, he kind of steps to the side, and in an instant, the blade is reattached together, and he like kind of goes for probably the most violent strike yet, honestly. He strikes like from your leg up your side on the other side, and like cuts from your leg up to like your shoulder, and it's a pretty good one. He hefts it up, and then steps back, and makes ready again. Roll again. What does that say? Oh, it's okay. That is an 18.
23.
Oh, All right. So, what do you do now?
I think Jug's getting fucking wore out and all kinds of cut. So he's just gonna. Oh fuck! What is he gonna do? I think he's just like. He's breaking himself down now at this point, so he's just going to take his stance that he's created, both hands on the sword, and just basically like he's back into practicing his swings moment, where he's going to jump and swing down at the guy, but do what he did earlier and just hit the ground right at his feet, and then use the momentum to just swing over and then cut him unexpectedly.
Okay.
He's just like spinning around at this point.
Wait, did we share our roll? What was your roll? 23, you said?
23.
Okay, I'd forgotten what we rolled. Okay, so he comes around and he tries to block. What do you do like as you hit his blade and it like comes down and hits him anyways? Like he's not like it wasn't regardless of the leverage, it actually still comes down and like hits him.
I'm going to use his block to literally just slice along the blade and use that momentum to spin and cut him.
Where does it hit? Like what side?
Let's see. Probably if he's blocked it with right side up, he'll swing right side up and then go right side, just cut him across the chest.
Ooh,
Again,
all right.
Going from right to left.
All right, yeah, so you cut down and like the first bit of the cut actually goes through with your strength. It like goes through the armor about halfway, and then the rest of it kind of skims off the rest of it. It actually goes through, and you give him a pretty good cut on the chest. Again.
Come on.
Ooh, bad for me. 11.
22.
22, very nice. So he steps back and he kind of reels at that injury. And he's got like, he's kind of only really mainly holding the twin blade in one hand because of the left hand being cut pretty badly. And he kind of steps back and goes for a pretty weak strike. What do you do?
Jug's gonna fucking slice down, still in the air. He's going to just like think like Revian, and he's just going to use wind momentum to spin again and slice in the exact same spot.
Ooh, yeah, you like cut the rest of the front of the breastplate, and it falls away. It takes
Instead
a pretty
of a double jump, it's a double spin. Just
He takes a pretty bad cut across his the rest of his chest and his stomach now. Roll again. Let's see. Ooh, not another good one for me. That's 13.
24. That's
all right. How do you end this? So that's 3 failures for me in a row. So
Jug will on that last swing down, he'll hurriedly plant his sword into the ground, just tackle the guy with his arm right on his neck, and just hold him against the ground.
You hit the ground, and you feel like a 2 pats on your arm as you take him down to the ground. And he gets up and he kind of chuckles. He says, "You are incredibly strong. That's fantastic." He goes, "I yield. This one is the victor."
Can Manus run out to provide healing to both of them, like Jug and the elf? Like, because that was a cool fight.
Yeah,
I want to shake. Jug will go to shake his hand and just like that's.
He shakes your hand.
This is my granted second time using a sword. I'm honored to have this practice. Thank you.
That was a wonderful fight. Small one. I look forward to watching the rest of your fights. I am genuinely impressed. And he accepts the healing and he shakes your hand, Jug. And he's like smiles and he's pretty happy. And he kind of looks.
Jug falls on his back.
he kind of takes a knee and he sits down and he's like, you see like him close his eyes a little bit. He doesn't visibly wince, but you can tell that that's like he's holding it in. He's keeping it together. You got him pretty bad. But he accepts the healing. And yeah, he exits the ring with you and buys you one of the available ales from the concession and begins to chat with you about various things.
I was
yeah.
gonna say,
Very impressed.
if he needs his armor repaired, I can help him with that because Jug messed it up.
Are you,
I think Jug.
are you a
I think
blacksmith?
I'll live.
Manus looks over to Jug's sword and he says, "I made the very sword that he fought with today."
And he kind of looks at the sword and he goes, "Well, then of course, you're welcome to fix it if you would like. How much do you charge?"
I will get back to you when I talk to the DM about that.
Absolutely, he is all-knowing.
He's all.
Okay.
Send a letter in the mail.
So he kind of sits with Jug and he's like, he's chatting and having a pretty good time now. And we'll move to the next fight. So we had Jack, Jug, Hatano, and who was our other person doing a 1 versus 1? Was there another player? I don't remember.
I don't think.
Was
I
it
don't
just
think so. It was
Jack
just
and
the
Jug?
third.
Okay, which
Jack,
makes this a
Jug,
little
Hatano.
easier because I can kind of coast through these other ones. So Hatano steps up and okay, say Hatano. Did I say another person? Did I just say Hatano?
Jack, Jug, and
I'm losing
Hatano.
my mind. Okay. There's like different groups that were competing, and the other groups that were assisting, and I'm like, I don't know. I keep losing track of the names for some reason. Okay, so Hatano steps up, and she steps out in her armor, and she draws her blade, and she sets the scabbard to the side outside of the ring. She takes her stance. Jug, you're kind of familiar with the sword style of home. Takes her stance, and she launches into a duel with this other individual.
I
Let's
think
see.
Jug's sword style looks kind of similar to her style, but it's just so different.
Oh, yeah,
because
it's
of
like-
the size of the sword.
Where yours looks like the Yoda thing but with a Monster Slayer sword, this just looks like Yoda. Like she
Just
launches
Yoda
at this
style.
she launches at this person. It's like human man with he's got like this really big montante, which is kind of like a long and thin great sword. And he's kind of holding it from just above the crossguard section where it's meant to be handled. And it comes in for this big old strike, and they go at each other, and she doesn't do great in the first round. He scores. They go again. Jesus Christ. She beats his ass in the second one. And then, like, no fucking chance on that one. She's got a read on him now, I guess. Another natural 20. She beats him again. And then what is that? Math. She beats him again. Yeah, no, she wins she wins it. She advances,
Oh yeah.
and then
Jesus Christ! Yeah, you can tell she's got a better eye for
Yeah.
battle because she
Yeah,
got one read on him and then fucking kicked his ass.
yeah, it's like after the first one where he you saw him like kind of come over her blade and like a very typical sort of fencing maneuver with the great sword there, the big long sword. It kind of comes over her blade and like hits the breastplate. You watch the blade take that big bend that they do, and then after that it's like stepping into his range faster than you can fucking believe, and then just like beating him. It's like the first time she just comes up and she like puts the blade to his chest, and he's like what? Yeah, she kicks his ass. Okay, we come back to after several rounds and backs and forths and lots of dueling. We come back to Jack. Now that everybody's kind of had a round, we're gonna narrow this and be a bit quick until the final, until we figure out who we've got in the final here. So first, we've got Jack versus another individual. Jack is called into the ring. My nose is opening. Oh, thank God. Okay.
You should
Like
try
fast, close other nostril.
yours. Did you try running the Anderson team?
Yeah, I had some peppermint tea and stuff, and I've took my allergy medicine early and all that shit. It's just this nostril, when anything gets tricky allergy-wise, this one closes. That's just the end. Like, I can get it to open, but it takes effort. But these last, today and yesterday, it's been like really weird. And, like swells shut and like gives me a headache, and it just is. It'll go away probably before we're done tonight, to be honest. Since it started like what, around like 8:30. Yeah, so it'll go away by then, I'm sure. But before we get done, to annoy me. All right, Jack. So like I said, we'll keep this kind of brief. We're gonna let's do our rolls. So it's best of 5 is what this is, if anybody hasn't caught on to that yet. If you don't do a yield, of course. But in your case, you're limited to points because you use telekinetics. So let's go roll number 1. Not good for me. 7.
Let's roll it. It's always I keep forgetting. It's a D20, right?
Yeah, D20.
Oh, I keep forgetting. 13.
And it kind of just depends, like, round by round, if you want to use your telekinetic strike or if you're trying to use, like, physical strikes, whatever you're doing. So you got a +2 to strength, and then your wisdom is +3. So it just depends on which one you want to do. Can you hear my nose? Sorry. This is my everyday life with this particular nose.
I'm going to use the strike.
You're using a physical strike or a telekinetic? Telekinetic, okay. So I'm pretty sure you beat me because I rolled like a 7. So roll again. Ooh, actually decent that time. 23.
17.
Okay, I think he... yeah, he got you on that one. Okay, so it's 1-1. Roll again.
Well, here's my cast.
Oh, that's bad. That's fucking 6.
Yep.
You win that one. Okay, so that's 2 for you.
I know what that feels like. I have a right to say
17.
that one.
Ooh, you got him. Okay, yeah, so...
Hell yeah.
He steps in confidently, and he draws out like this, if you don't know what it is, you should look it up, they're pretty cool, but it's called a, I might be mixing the names up, I do sometimes with this particular one. But it's a German sword, it's called Kriegsmesser. It pulls out this, like, kind of reminds you of longsword in the hilt, but it's like a curved blade a bit, up at the top, and it's single-edged. And, all 3 times, I think you just, like, he comes in, and you, like, sidestep him, and, like, Harry Potter, like, sidestep and, like, send him, like, ass to ground. And then, second time, he, like, brings the sword and, like, swings across, doesn't even bother trying to, like, close the space before he starts swinging. You just, like, duck under and, like, send him to the other side of the ring again, and then just, like, on the third one, just, like, fucking, he doesn't even get a step in, and you just, and send him to his ass. Okay, so... we go back to Jug. So Jack is advancing through the loser's bracket on this side, and he's moved up now to the quarterfinal. Jug. Let's do some speed rolls here.
Alright,
So
I'm not doing another yield. But I was curious, and now
Okay.
I know it's get fucked up or
you pulled the
step
pulled the
wrong
brave
way
move.
and you will perish.
yeah, you pulled the brave move. That's yeah. That is a revered step in this arena. All right, going for roll number 1. Bad. 9.
16.
Roll again. It's 1-0. Natural 1.
23.
2-0. Oh shit, that bounced out. Hang on. Nope, bounced out again. God, fuck off. Fucking 12.
22.
Right? No, 13. But you still beat me. So yeah, 3-0, no problem.
Jug waits till this guy gets into a blocking stance and then just like fucking is like, okay, I think I've got the spin down now, and he just like swing up, spin, swing up, swing, and then he just like smacks him out of the ring, the flat side of the blade.
Oh my god. Okay, where did that go? Okay.
I am glad that went the way it did. After seeing Hitano's battle, I wanted to show her up.
Okay, Hitano steps in, and she's... Let's see. Oh, wait, shit. I gotta roll the other die, too. Oof. Okay, so the opponent rolls a natural 20 on his first one. And she only gets a... my nose is itching. I can't do math. My nose is itching. Oh, damn it. Okay, she got a 15. Okay. She did not do well on that one. So first one, she comes in and she, like... it's the difficulty of her height is what she's struggling with, because her blade is to match her height as well. She you know her enough that she knows how to fight people that are far bigger than her, obviously. This is, you know, part of her whole thing. But, part of that is still difficult with other, you know, trained swordsmen who know what they're doing. This particular environment. So it's 0-1. Let's see, that's... Oh, 19 to a... What is that, another 15? God damn. Okay, so 0-2. Whoa, that one flew out.
No,
Okay.
don't you better not.
Nah, she fucking
lose
blows him
this.
up on this one. 26 to a 16. Let's see, what is that? Math. She wins again, so that's 2-2. And then it's a fucking 17 to an 8. Yeah. Pretty horrible for him. So she steps in and beats his ass again. Gets a read on him after a couple. This guy's probably a bit taller. That's probably why he was winning. Just having trouble keeping into the range. Jack, it is your turn again. This is your quarterfinal attempt to move up. Ironically, against Jug.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, the way the brackets fell together. They've got you against Jug here.
Oh, you got me. I got a 4.
Jug?
Well, hang on, let me roll. I rolled a 3, but it's a 13, so...
Of course. Naturally, everything is just times 10, of course. Okay, so, we'll flavor it at the end. Okay, so it's, Jug is 1 and Jack is 0. Go again.
Oh, perfect 20. Let's go.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh, shit. That beats me. I got an 18.
23. All right. So you get him on that one. Go again. So it's 1-1.
I could roll for somebody if they want with my 20s.
8.
My good dice.
27.
Oof. Man, that
Oof,
fucking...
I should roll for you.
That
No.
deficit. Woo. Okay, so that's
That's
2-1. Yes, 2-1. Go again.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god. Now your dice hate you. Oh my god. What did you get for Jug? A natural one?
I got a natural 1.
Wait, did you really?
No
Oh,
way.
Got a
you
1.
both
I
did?
did.
No fucking
Oh,
way.
Natural one.
I
Both got a natural one?
What?
That's so crazy.
No, I
Just
got I got a 1. Dead ass. I'm not joking.
He also
Oh,
got, yeah, he
shit.
rolled a
Both
natural
got
one.
it.
Both got a 1.
You both
That-
got
That
it
one, that round is a draw. Okay, I'm calling that a draw just because that's fucking wild. Okay,
No, that's
go
insane.
go again. Wow, technically Jug wins, but
Oh.
that's too interesting to pass up.
I'll take a draw. That's funny.
Okay, so
Oh,
that's
13.
19. Oh, we're 2-2. He tied it up. Go again.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god. Oh, he has my seat
this'll
here.
be
Holy shit.
fun.
This
This is like the
rollies.
drinking game you guys do.
8.
That's a 12, 11. 11.
19.
Oof. Okay.
Ow.
Jug gets it. So this again, this is a semifinal though. So this is like the whole fucking crowd is like on the edge of their seat.
Well, That also
That
feels
would've-
kind of
you know,
rigged
if we
considering
had-
how high Jug strength stat is.
If we had the time to actually like make that longer, like actually go into detail of what happened, that would have been probably like.
oh
the
yeah, that'd have
most-
been yeah. That yeah.
Oh no, yeah.
Draw this
It
out
that
over a
would've
few
been
sessions.
interesting.
Yeah. It,
It's
That would have been funny.
I'll say on the
Thirty-
first
thirty-
round,
sword slash.
The
the first round,
The 30 session fight. 5 minutes. That's how long
this fucking
match
drag.
will
This is
take.
just a DBZ fight essentially. That's what it would turn into.
It's just a DBZ fight.
Every round is a whole session. Okay, so on the first one, Jack, you kind of forget like how fast Jug is for a second. Like it's been a minute since it's been about a week since you guys have been in a fight, like a week and a half ish since you guys have fought Nargis. So like you forgot that Jug is really fucking quick, and he comes in and he scores his point. He doesn't hit you too hard, I imagine, do you, Jug?
No, I'm not
Okay.
trying to.
Because you guys are going to points, so he jabs you, but not hard enough to like genuinely hurt you, just enough to score. And ooh, how does let's see, I think Jack scored on the next one because it tied up to 1-1, I believe. How does the next round
Yeah.
go? Actually, so the next one, Jack scores by like, I'll say, because I want you guys to flavor the draw, because I want to see how that happens. So Jack, you just kind of wave his sword to the side on one of them, and then like, kind of like, give him a sort of force push equivalent sort of thing, and he flies back to the other side of the arena. Okay, so the draw round, the double natural one round. This could go any direction you really want, to be honest. But how do you both not win the round?
How do you both not win?
Essentially, it'd be the same round for the next point, where I think Jack tied it up.
Can I say that we both knocked?
Because we had a
that-
one in there where Jug scored again, and because we were 2-1, then you both rolled natural ones, and then Jack scored. So, how do you draw up, and then Jack ends up scoring? Is essentially what we want to know. I don't know what 2 natural ones looks like.
It's an absolute fucking
They
whiff,
both
probably.
tripped as they went to hit each other.
They both tripped.
We probably both like fucking tripped. Jack like was using his like telekinetic strikes or something, but like got his hand fucking stuck in the hull of the sword, and, and since Jug tripped, the sword just literally face planted like a smartphone.
Jug,
He
what do
just,
you,
like,
or not Jug, but like,
headbutted his own sword and had to fucking back up.
so
and
Jug,
like, wow, what
so
the
your
fuck?
arm goes to the middle of the sword, Jack, and then Jug ends up accidentally headbutting it. What do you do that like you fuck up also?
See, what I was gonna say is that I was kind of just too caught up in the frustration of losing the last match, and most likely about to lose this one. And the telekinetic strike that I did just ended up knocking us both out of the ring for that round.
So like, so Jug comes up, sword comes up, and like comes forward. Jack sticks his arm out to like shove him away. Goes to the middle of the sword. You feel Jug hit his head on the other side of the sword, and then your like power rebounds and then like lifts you like 5 feet off the ground, and then just like you both just fall on your backs on the ground. And you've got like your arm through his sword, and Jug and just got fucking wind knocked out of you, both of you. How do you how do you get up?
Holy shit! that
What
hurt.
happens as you get up and then Jack ends up scoring?
I probably stand up, sword still in front of my face, and he just like uses that force push again, and I hit my head a second time. Just pating.
I was gonna say, imagine he just grabs the handle in the middle of your sword and headbutts you with the sword.
Jack, do
Yeah,
you?
just
How do
Hits
you?
you with the flat side.
What do
onto
you
your
do?
head.
He brings the sword up in front of him again, and kind of that same way that he just hit his head on it. What do you do? Which dice? Oh, this one.
I don't know. There's a lot of ways this could go. We've never been in
Yeah,
this situation.
this is Now that the double natural ones is out of the way, how do you score? Essentially, is what I'm asking.
I guess I just have like a tiny bit of energy left to just give him like one last push.
He's
Not
just like,
not
but-
like a full push one, but like the equivalent of like I don't know.
there's like a
throwing
baby shove, and he like falls backwards.
Imagine someone throwing a book at you.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't know, not like a heavy book, maybe something like I don't know, like the equivalent of like a Harry Potter book or something.
So I imagine you're like not even up all the way. You just like kind of reach up
have
and just
you-
kind of go like this as you're standing up off the ground, and he just kind of falls back.
You realize Harry Potter books can get really heavy.
I know.
depends
that's
which
what I'm
one.
saying. Hey, I could have said Lord of the Rings.
So we're talking about not the Philosopher's Stone. What is it? Sorcerer's Stone? I forget the English or the American version.
Sorcerer's
The
Stone?
Sorcerer's Stone, I think, is the American version. Like, yeah, Jug, you just kind of like fall
Philosopher's
backwards.
I got hit with the motherfucking Cimmerillion.
Which is not as big as you'd think. It's like, you know, I'll show you later if you remind me. It's not that big. It's the density of the text, not the actual book itself. Okay. So
Silmarillion used really small text.
he used, well, not really. It's the individual words that Tolkien used. He's extraordinarily intentional about his word choice. That's why that book gets a bit dense and why people don't usually make it through it, because one word will mean an entire sentence because it's very, very specifically chosen. He
regret my
fucking wrote
words.
the Webster's Dictionary. Like somebody in one of his editors tried to correct him on dwarves, the word dwarves, dwarves, and sent a letter back to him, was like, hey, this should be dwarfs, dwarf apostrophe s. And he sends a letter back and he says, don't correct me, I wrote the Webster's Dictionary, I know the word. Like, fucking fuck, okay, wow, shit. True.
I wrote the Webster's Dictionary.
He wrote it. That was him that did it. Don't you not forget.
That's freaking funny.
Let you not forget. Okay, so we are tied up 2-2. The final round here. And then we go back to Hatano, and then we'll see who... Well, Jug won, right? I think...
Yeah.
Okay, I
I was gonna say
suddenly
that-
forgot who actually won.
I just wanted to say that, like, real quick. After that round ends, I kind of just look at him and I'm like, I'm not gonna let this go. But I have like a smile on my face. And I'm like, we are. I want the rematch at some point in time.
Yeah, I
All
think
right.
Jug just like jumps up, grabs him by whatever
This-
armor he's wearing, and just like tosses him out of the ring. Just,
Jack, what do you
after
start
making
to
me
do
fall-
as he like comes
making
up
me
and then
fall
grabs
over.
you? What are you doing
Just
as he
for
like?
making threats.
How do you start out the round before he fucking tosses you?
I try to throw a punch, but then like I'm too exhausted.
He kind of like sack tosses you over the rope, and then the referee boy waves the flag and declares Jug the winner. That was a good one. That was a good
a
one.
Jug.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
We got-
that
like-
was
like I
fucking
said-
hilarious.
Jug.
I said, I need a rematch. At some point
I will
in
say
time.
though, though I complained about the dice hating you, Jack, the fact that he also rolled a natural one, some
crazy.
entity in the beyond somewhere far, far away was just like, no, this must be more interesting.
Yeah, I've
Like,
rolled
you
two
were-
nat ones during
My
these
back,
sessions.
no. My misfortune is spreading. That's the problem.
You're blessed by some eldritch being. Okay.
It's like it's like a luck leech, or some like intelligence leech. If you guys know what those are, it's like you don't get dumber as you as you progress. You just drain the intelligence of people around you.
Oh my god. Instead of like those little brain things that like sap your intelligence that mind flayers use, it's the other way
Yeah.
around. They just like you just kill everybody's intelligence as you just from your presence. They just kill the dice. Kill everybody's luck. That's what you are. You're a
Yeah.
luck sap.
How hurt?
That was a good one though. That was the best your dice have worked for you so far, I think.
For real. How hurt are you guys? Do you need Manus to come out and heal you? Like,
I don't think
I would say
Jug
it's-
went as I don't think Jug went as hog wild.
They went to
punch
points, so
hack
it
as he
wasn't
did.
it wasn't quite as perilous.
okay, cool.
Okay, Hatano's semifinal. Let's see.
Just a level 1 cure wounds will do me in.
Where is that? There it is. Ah, God, this itching keeps coming and going. Ah, I hate it. Okay. Oof. Okay, so she loses the first one again to another natural 20 on the first roll. Oh, my nose is itching so bad. There it is. Okay. Let's put some numbers down to remind myself of something. Okay. Okay, she gets the second round, so it's 1-1. Oh shit, that one bounced out. Gotta re-roll Hatano's. die. Fuck, where did that go? I hit my one that I just set up with a specific number for a specific reason. I wouldn't forget. There we go. She wins the third round, so it's 2-1. And then, oh, 2-2. It is now tied up.
Fuck.
Oh, comes to match point here. Shit. Okay, her die rolled out again. Alright, here it goes. This is the one that matters. The opponent rolled a 16. So she needs a 9 or higher on this little die here. And it's been doing pretty good tonight. This is the one I've been using pretty much every time for any player character or NPC that's one of yours. It bounced out. Oh, shit. Nope. She rolled 13. Right?
Damn.
Yes. Okay. All
Damn
right.
it. I had a whole scene in my head planned out.
Oh, shit. I just remembered something.
Hmm.
You're supposed to be best of 7, not best of 5, because this is a semi-final round. And I'm not just making this up on the spot. This is, I wrote this into the book. This is already down on paper somewhere where nobody can see it yet, but it is true. And I forgot. Okay, so they gotta go.
Roll more. Roll more.
We'll go again. Fuck, I lost my, there it is. It got rolled into the rest of the shit. Okay, well,
Out of 7.
I fucked you guys' up, but we can keep this one nice and clean. Since we're still here. Keep the dream alive. Alright, so we're 2-3 right now. Okay, so she wins that one. She rolled a 12 to his 5, and the modifiers, things happen. She wins. So 3-3. Oh my god. Match point again, by the way. Here we go. God damn it. Oh my god. Roll. Hatano wins. Okay, I'm gonna go get stuff for my face. I'll be right back. Just bring the whole roll. Fuck it. Okay. Whew. Ow. Feels good to let that out, though. It wasn't itching enough that I was like having to hold the sneeze in. It was more like it was itching, and we were teetering on that point up until just now. Of like, I might sneeze. I don't know. Okay. So it does end up actually coming down to Jug and Hatano. I was hoping it would. I'm glad I remembered that last little piece of information there. That I was hoping it was going to be one of the two of you that ended up fighting her. I was starting to worry in that first one with Jug. I knew Jack would get pretty far, but he started to worry me there against Bruthon. Okay.
I just can't seem, maybe I am cursed by just some being, because every
This is
time
an eldritch,
any fight I get into at all.
kind of ancient eldritch curse of some sort. All right. So, so Hatano and Jug step into the ring to begin the last bout of the solo duels. Roll for initiative. I'm just kidding.
Wow. Wow. You did not.
With her though, I mean, honestly,
Oh, that's funny.
she got no fucking chill, man. Yeah, it wouldn't be surprising, would it? There's spit everywhere. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my
so
god.
I was like, I gotta do this. This is a quick joke. I gotta get it in. Okay. So, the referee boy steps out, and he leans forward with the flag out, and he says, "Point or yield." He looks back and forth at the two of you.
Point.
She nods and she goes, "Point." And he waves the flag up and he says, "Begin." The final
Jug
match has
will-
begun, ladies and gentlemen.
Jug's gonna plant his sword into the ground and then get into the homeland fighting stuff, like their homeland's stance, basically.
Ooh,
Kinda
all
like-
right.
Like a martial fighting style.
Hang on.
We're not going for strength, we're going for skill now.
All right. We'll put her in here
I'm
as
gonna be
well.
quiet for a bit. If you need me, message me.
Okay.
I'm not gonna have my headphones on.
Okay. So she steps forward. You were doing what exactly again? I was trying to fix my screen over here. You take the homeland fighting style, you said, stance?
Yeah, so this fighting style she'll recognize. He plants his sword into the ground and gets into basically martial arts mode. Like not
Okay.
not as normal, just like fisticuff. No, it's
Oh,
like
shit,
actual
Shelly
martial
scared me.
arts.
So she takes a stance at first, and then she swings the sword out to the side, kind of in that like neutral, like sort of samurai stance. Just one hand on the blade, pointing it away from her. As she steps laterally around you. She begins to take her steps. I'll show it on the map since we're in kind of the final here. She kind of steps laterally, kind of like around you like that. She's just watching you. I'm going to roll now.
All right, let's go.
I got a
Ooh, fuck.
dirty 20. Right? That's
I got
12. Okay.
I got 13.
Dirty 20. 13. Okay. How do you strike first or does she?
Jug's so focused again. Another thing is for Adano, he's just trying to be familiar. So he's like, oh my god, thinking in his head, just like, I haven't used this fighting stance in a while. I've got to watch where I step. I've got to fucking keep my left hand this way, my right hand this way, and then she just probably strikes at him before he could be like, oh, I gotta fucking block.
Yeah, they do. I don't have my swords in there. My brother gave me a really shitty gas station katana that I would show you, but they have a specific way. I play with it sometimes. There's a reason. I think I might have mentioned. Kyle knows why, but Kyle's not here. There's a thing that I'm working on that I put myself in a corner for. But there's a specific way that they hold it, and it's a very soft grip where they kind of hold it at an angle. It's the same for long swords, but with long swords you don't have like that specific kind of grip that you're supposed to do. You just kind of like grab it here and here, and then that's it. But with katanas in like different fighting styles, they teach you this sort of soft way to hold it that's both firm and forgiving in a very specific way. And you were actually like, people will judge like how well you do it, and people will notice if you're skilled with it and practiced with it or not. Like a master can watch you and go, yes, it's very good. It's got a specific name. I don't remember what it's called, but I'm not, I don't follow katana-based stuff very much. I'm just, one little factoid I had that I thought was interesting. And you're like too fixated on like making sure that you do that with this sword that's far too heavy probably to even bother to try and do that. And then she comes in and she like brings the sword up and she cuts around and she like stops at your neck. And she just narrows her eyes at you.
Chug narrows his this time. Instead of looking confused, he's finally serious.
The referee boy goes, point! Hatano! And then you get a little bit of a cheer from the crowd at the final here. All right. She steps back to her side. And the referee boy steps out. Waves the flag again and goes, and begin! So that was round one. Let's see. Ooh, natural 20.
Oh god, I gotta roll a natural 20 in order to keep up.
You
Come
need to
on,
roll at
dice
least a
gods.
19.
At least a 19.
At least a 19, yeah.
Oh, I can do that. Oh damn, I got 22.
22. All right. What do you try to do this time? are you going more on the offensive after that little maneuver?
Jugs is repetitive, so he's gonna do the same thing again. He's like, okay, I know to look out for that strike. She makes that move, so she probably will just attack him from a different angle, and he'll get flustered again. Just completely fuck up his footing.
So, yeah, indeed, he comes in, and she comes in towards you, and as like you bring the blade around, she like smacks the blade out of the way, and she comes in and she puts the sword up to your chest, and she like pushes against you with it and like steps back. It's like kind of like gives you like a shove with the end of it, very gently, not enough to cut you actually, but then she steps back. She goes over to her side again. Here we go again. Shit, it bounced out. Fuck. Stop bouncing out. That is a dirty 20 for me again.
Good Christ, I got a 14.
So what are we at now? We're at 0-3?
0-3.
Oh my god.
I was kicking
my
Joe's
lord.
ass.
You guys are watching, like, it's like, I can't remember the other of Yoda's species that was on the council at the time in Star Wars, but you're watching, like, Yoda face off against Yaddle, thank you. And it's like, he's just very clearly the elder and the more skilled. And you're watching someone who's trained for well, I say decades, like a decade and a half with this sword style versus somebody who picked it up last night. And right now, the last 3 rounds, it's showing, unfortunately. And like she comes in.
They don't know how old possum folk age.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
They don't know their.
Like, you don't know how long she's practiced this, but in your words, it would be she's practiced this for decades. She's doing very well, understandably. And she kind of comes in, and to your surprise, maybe showing off. Just if you had the right instinct, she's showing off a little bit, because she like hand parries the flat of the blade, and she comes in and she puts the sword up to the other side of Jug's neck this time, and then she steps away. And the boy calls the point again.
Yeah,
Go ahead and
Jug's
roll.
trying to be respectful, and he just hasn't like practiced this fighting style
18.
basically at all. Ah, get him. 22.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so she's getting a little cocky now, maybe. At least outside perspective, maybe you might be a little unsure. I don't know if you've ever seen her get cocky, but she comes in and she attempts to like knock your blade out of the way. How does she unsuccessfully do that, and you end up scoring?
I fucking combine. I once again instinctively think back to my sword style. Think like Revian, and she smacks his blade, and he just uses the wind momentum to instantly just spin around and have his blade at her neck that time.
And she sees this, and she like, once again, she gives you the side eye. She narrows her eyes at you for the second time.
Keep my eyes narrowed, pull my blade back.
She gives you the like samurai movie like quick nod. She steps back to her side. And yeah, you get a cheer on that one. All right, so we are 1-3 right now.
Come
Oh,
back,
boy.
King. Come on, I can do it.
Either
If
she
not,
wins
totally
or
fine.
you get another point. So this, yeah, we got it. We're getting close on this one. Okay, roll.
Oh shit! Hang on, my
does that
dice
say?
and lost it.
Okay,
Then my
I
trash.
rolled really badly.
Oh, there it is.
12.
15.
15. So she comes in this time a bit more confidently, and
Jug comes in at the same time. This time, he's all right. Now I think I've got it, and he rushes forward this time, and
she-
just gets like goes for an underhanded like slash, like he's gonna go to her belly, and just stops right before.
oh yeah, and she's got her blade up and like what's coming up, but is like you like sidestep her, and she doesn't. She kind of is facing the wrong direction as your sword comes around. She lowers her blade and she steps back again. 2-3.
Jug does the same.
Oh my god. It's getting
come on.
close.
I'm on the edge of my seat, man.
Oh, okay. 22.
So I gotta roll a 12 or higher.
22.
I rolled a 12.
Oh. Oh. Okay, Marisha Ray.
Come on.
Get it out of your system. Oh my god, that was right there. Is that a draw or is that a point?
I don't know.
Because I rolled. Oh, sorry. I rolled.
It's
Yeah, I rolled a 22.
the attacking. I think it's just a draw because there's not
Is it a
really
draw?
any real attacking defending.
Well, I was
Yeah.
saying, did you also
I-
roll a 22, or was 12 like your the one to be 1 over 22? So you're just plus 10. So oh no, it's 22. You're plus 10. Duh, easy math. So
12
yeah,
would mean 22 is draw, and then anything over is win.
Okay. because in my head I was thinking 12 means that'll be 23 for him, but I wasn't thinking about that correctly.
So
Okay, so
I think they rush in, coordinated this
What if
time,
it's
and
like- Last Samurai style, like if you remember at the end of Tom Cruise's character's training, like he brings a sword up and they're both like pointed at each other, and it's like a draw, and they're all like, a draw? What? Do you know what
Yeah,
I'm talking about? Have you ever seen that movie?
I think maybe a long time ago. I've heard
What are you
talk about it
thinking?
recently. I think that could work. They like are getting so fast now that like they're Jug's getting caught up with the sword style, and Hatano's having to like match. Like, okay, now he's being serious and actually getting with it. So just instantly, both of them swords are at each other's necks.
So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So like you
Yeah, but
both
it
like
just seems
clink,
like
clink, clink, and then like come around for the same strike, and then like collide blades and just stop. And the boy steps out and he goes, I think that was a draw. Reset. We'll try again. Is it still 2-3? You haven't scored
Yeah.
to 3-3 yet. Okay, still 2-3.
Roll
Okay,
near the
another
number.
22.
All right.
Another
12 or higher
22.
draw.
12
12 to draw,
12 or
13
higher.
or higher to win. It's a 5. So it's a 15.
No! Oh no! Oh no!
Holy
Okay. Well,
Hey, losing to somebody that is somebody I know is fine. If I'd have lost to Jack, it would have been fine. Now I'm losing to Hitano, so it's fine.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, we're gonna make our money either way, I guess.
so how do you start the round out?
I think now Jug is just like, I'm finally matching her. I think I can overtake her this time. Rushes in. Probably realized that she wasn't being cocky or anything. She was letting him get to his head, as probably they've done before in training. And she just like, just steps to the side, smacks him on the back of the neck, and he just like goes into the fucking ground.
And the referee boy steps out and he like reaches down, takes Hatano's hand, and then holds the flag aloft, and he says, "Winner and champion Hatano!" Everybody's clapping and happy, and the steward comes out and he says, "Hello, all right, your winnings are." He looks at a little note on the bag and he says, 5,000 gold. Here you go. There are your winnings. There's a lot of people here, man. Crowdfunding. So he hands her the winnings, and she bows. I guess you would expect. Takes her sword,
Double bow,
walks
too.
over, picks up her scabbard, and puts it back in her belt. And then takes the belt, and she looks around the arena and gives a couple of quick bows to all the people that are like clapping and cheering as she steps away. She's hard to smile. You know it. You know she is, Jug.
God damn it.
Not often that she cuts loose and like does shit like this, so you know she's smiling. She's smiling.
Yeah,
All right.
Jug will get his sword in the toolbox mode, and while she's bowing, he just walks past her, behind her, and just like, it's fun to let loose every now and then again, isn't it? And then just keeps walking.
She like she doesn't say anything. She just kind of like looks at you without moving her head. And she keeps walking. All right. Next up is the archery competition, which no one signed up for. So we'll kind of skim over this really
Roll.
quickly.
Somebody got a 12.
Okay, so several people, step up. You see your average Joes. You see your average, probably a hunter guy. You see a couple of them that stand out. See one in particular is like looks like a tall woman with like a green robe, and then it like kind of wraps around her. No distinctive like identifying marks. You see another guy. He's just like looks like probably some kind of military archer. Probably works for the city or something like that. Probably a city guard.
One guy that looks like Van Helsing. There's some other guy that has just like his mouth is covered with a mask. He has like dark paint on his eyes, and he's just covered in black cloak.
Couple of standouts that are like, okay, regular adventurer of some kind. I don't know what you are. Maybe a vigilante, adventurer. Okay, yeah, definitely we got a lineup here. They step
that guy's
up.
got a crossbow.
The people you expect to stand out do.
Hunter.
Yeah, he's definitely wearing some clothing that I would say Jack and Lex would recognize as being from part of Duracell called Angel Cross. He's definitely wearing some of those clothing. That's definitely where he's from. You can tell a lot.
Dude, that's
and his accent.
That's edgy as fuck. I want to make a character.
There is a part of the
Angel
world
Cross.
where people do dress like that and use weapons like that, and it's called Angel Cross. Yeah. It's in Duracell. It's actually to the west of the Guildlands, where you guys will be in the next campaign. But he steps up, and the competition goes well. So like, the city guard guy steps up. And he looks pretty confident. Green robe woman walks up, and he takes his shot, and she steps up to the opposite target, and she draws back her arrow. She looses, and you watch it hit dead center, and then you watch also as his arrow falls out of the target. And the referee boy actually walks over, looks at it, pulls out a little piece of paper, seems to read something, and he like looks over to the steward, and he goes like this, gives him like a shrug, and the steward jogs over, looks at the paper, and he goes, "That's a forfeit for George." Make up a name on the spot. And so the woman in the green robe ends up winning based on a forfeit and a good shot at the same time. To this man's dismay. Okay. Then some more of them go, and the competition goes on, and it gets a bit heated between some of the normal folk and some of the adventurer types beat out the other normal folk, and then they end up going back and forth with each other in some of the quarterfinal rounds, and it ends up in the final with this woman in the green robe and your edgelord from Angel Cross. And he's looking and he's even got like one of those witch hunter, like really tall, like I'm trying to remember what kind of hat that's called. I know the name of it, but it's a funky name. The really tall hat with the big brim.
Like
he steps up,
hat, but with the witch hunter brim kind of.
I wanted to say a Quaker hat, but I don't think it's technically a Quaker hat. I think it's just like I think it's an Eastern European style or something like that.
Is Xerxes' camera screwing up, or is that just my end?
See, on my end of it, it is not, but that doesn't
I'm not
mean
seeing
anything.
anything screw up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks
So
fine
it's
to me.
just my end, then it's probably Discord screwing
It's
with
minor
me.
lag, probably.
It looks pretty funny. It's like playing one clip of you moving over and over. It looks like a GIF.
Interesting.
Jug watches carefully the guy from Angel Cross. Like, I feel like I'm resonating with this guy for some reason. Just like hands together, like head on chin on hands. Just,
Something
like,
about that
watching him.
5 o'clock shadow, that long curly hair, the big cigar that always seems to just kind of appear in his hand. And he's always just that long coat.
Yeah, if I was
Trying to
human,
remember.
that's what I'd look like. That's
What was trying to remember something. There's some strange man named Carl that keeps coming up to him every time he needs a shot. He doesn't carry his own ammunition. It looks like some kind of friar. Completely wrong universe. I don't know how that happened. I'm just kidding. But he steps up with his very intricate crossbow, and he shoulders it, takes the cigar out, drops it on the ground, aims, and he shoots, and he hits pretty much dead center. It's pretty spot on. She steps up, much the same, and they go back and forth for several shots, almost like hitting their own arrows on each one. And the referee boy comes out and he says, "We will now switch to singular target and see who is the more accurate between 3 shots." And so the Van Helsing type man steps up, he looking quite confident now, and he looses out 3 shots, and it hits kind of like, it hits dead center, but it's kind of here, here, and here on the bullseye. And then he hits the last, he hits, did I say 3 shots? The third shot hits like almost pretty much dead center. It's like nears make no difference on the third shot. The other 2 are kind of outliers. And she steps up, and she actually draws 1 arrow. And then before she draws the actual string of the bow back, she reaches back and draws out 2 more arrows and pulls them all 3 back at the same time. And you guys know how heavy bows like this draw, and it's clearly a war bow that she's wielding because it's not very big. Do you see this? This is Gandalf knocking things over. I don't think you can. My
cannot see it.
This right here,
I
just
saw it
above
for
my
a
finger.
second.
That is Gandalf right there. I don't know if you. I don't think it actually will differentiate. Oh wait, no, hang on. I was pointing the wrong spot. He's right here. That's Gandalf. That little shadow right there.
Yeah, we see it.
I see it.
Knocking things over, of course. I'm pretty sure I know what he knocked over to. I think it was the Febreze. Thanks.
Of course.
So she draws back with the 3 arrows, and she draws slowly too, and you watch the muscles in her arms strain as she pulls. And you watch she holds it for a long time. The arm starts to shake a little bit, and then she lets go. And you watch as the 2 arrows come in. One hits dead center, one hits just below it, and knocks his crossbow bolt out. And then the other one, like, you lose track of the top one. As they all loose, you watch the top one swirl around, and you blink, and you see the 2 arrows in the target dead center. And then you see the third one had come across and hit the bolt, and is like stuck through the middle of the bolt with the arrow on the top of the target. And holding the bolt into the actual top piece of the target. And the crowd fucking loses it. And she pulls the hood back, and it is Kaitora.
I had a
As-
feeling. I had a feeling.
And she smiles. And she smiles at the
starts
man.
going crazy.
Yeah,
And she
Jug
looks-
just like Jug was rooting for the fucking Angel Cross guy, but then he saw Kaitora was like, "Fuck yeah!"
And she
Manus
smiles
is,
at the
like,
guy,
almost
big
falling
grin.
into the stands because he's so excited.
Yeah, she's got a big smile on her face. Pretty happy with that move. And
Ravian swirls some air around her to make her more dramatic.
all right. So, all the competitions come to a close, and the steward comes out and he says, "Thank you all for participating. You may now gather your winnings from the betting station." And it's at that point that you remember, and you look down, and you indeed do see Terragus kind of like leaned against, kind of like over here on the map. It's like over this corner. He's just like leaned against it, just kind of like not paying attention, just kind of looking off into the distance. You know it's him because he's got the only person wearing like a dark hood and dark clothes, and he's just kind of like minding his own business.
He's probably disappointed that 3 of us lost.
Uh,
It wasn't his money that he bet, unless he did, and that's his own.
He
damn
probably
fault.
You
bet
told
some
him
of
to.
his money with it.
you told
Yeah,
him
We
to.
still placed pretty high, so
We all lost a lot of money this day.
So
Well, y'all did.
they call the competition to an end, and people begin filtering out and heading over to the betting table off to the side, which is this little kind of shaded spot here. It's pretty open. You get tables all around. There's guys there passing out
Yeah.
money left and right. Passing out money left and right, and some people are handing money in. So you get over there, and Terragus looks at you all and he goes, "You know, you are all supposed to win the first one, right? You gave me a heart attack. I thought we were going to lose all of our money. And then you win on this. Then we win the second one, and then we win the last one. Why did none of you joust? You should have jousted. There's more money in that than you could imagine. And fame as well. You probably could have gotten a knighthood out of it. Anyways. That is more stress.
Needed a knighthood to joust.
Do we look like knights to you?
He just like squints at you and just, shush. I have dealt with more stress and more people than I am comfortable being around as he like looks back and forth. In one sitting, one day, let us gather our money and go. How much did you make anyways?
I don't know. How much did we make?
Kaitora sports like a proud 2,000. And then you go over to the betting stand and they hand you a nice lofty, let's say it'd be, let's see, it was, let me calculate in my head and remember. It ends up being
5,000.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the bigger competitions. A lot of people. And of course the crowd as well. There's a lot of money on that one. Let's see. So they give you another 1,200. You get about 1,200 back. Yeah, another big chunk of money.
I started with 150, so.
So yeah, some people set some bets down, and some things happened aside from what Terragus gave as well. So there's some money shifting around, and it has ended up in your hand now. And Terragus just kind of looks at everybody and just smiles. And he goes, "You're welcome."
Thank you.
And he looks at Kaitora and he looks at Hatano and he says, "Lead the way, champions." And Kaitora's got like, she's got her hand on her sword, she's got the strut, and she walks back into town. Manus, you know her? It is going to be shopping day. She's going to be buying things.
Manus just kind of like catches up with her and just kind of walks off with her.
Like Jugs next to Hatana, just like, so what are you actually going to spend all that on? I'm very curious.
She kind of like looks around and she's like, some wine that was not made by me.
Jug just puts his money to the side. All right, if you're buying.
Oh my god.
He's here now to pester the shit out of her.
You do realize you just got a sugar mama.
Oh
Sugar,
god.
sugar trainer. That's what she is.
Sugar
I had an idea for what Manus could trade that elven guy for repairing his armor. Could he teach Manus some Elvish?
Oh, definitely. Let's do. Okay, so.
That'll be like while he's repairing it and stuff. It doesn't have to.
Okay, so it probably wouldn't take all day. You could probably get this put back together pretty easily. Considering the cut was clean and done by Jug, makes the job pretty easy. The alloy is available, but very interesting and somewhat expensive. But he puts the money forward to pay for it. Once the guy at the forge like mentions, you know, well, those are pretty expensive alloys. I've got them available. And he's just like, well, that would be fine. And he like gives him money. It's just like, God, how can you hate these people? Like, people fight wars against them? They have in the past? Why?
A certain someone would like to ride into the fucking chat.
Okay. So you begin work on the armor, and after like chatting back and forth, and he realizes, you know, he's like, oh, you're a pretty intelligent individual. So he, while you're working, he actually begins teaching you different phrases and things. And then when you take a break, he like shows you all of the things and like writes it down and shows you all of the different things. Are you wanting me to actually tell you some of the Elvish words?
Oh no, we don't have to go that one. I just wanted
I have been working on it a little bit. It's bit by bit. As I've needed
Manus
it.
a reason to write Elvish on that future character sheet.
You know
That
what?
was my
For
exact
fun,
reaction
I'll give
when
you like
Pepe
3
told me
words.
he learned
Manus
Hagrid.
gets more than that, but I'll give you for fun.
Sounds great.
For fun.
He's been working on this pretty hard, even at work during breaks.
All right. So, let's see. He starts out pretty easy. He says, I will start with a simple word, which is what I am, what my people are, and what it means. So, what the word means, at least in the current iteration of of our recorded history, is the Erun are the firstborn. So the word is Erun. And he goes on and he says, Erun. Let's see. What else? He says, what else? He says, your partner, her name was Kaitora, correct?
Yes.
Her order is, I already said it before, but just for funsies, she says, he tells you, where did it go? It's all on one page and I'm losing things. That's fucking ridiculous. There it
He
is.
got up and walked off.
I guess so. Because she, as I understand, is a part of the rangers from the far Isle of Unkalen. So, the ranger group that she works for is the Dirnath Helgoth. Dirnath meaning forest, and Helgoth meaning watch. But it's kind of a funny word in that it means like a guard watch, not to watch something. There, for funsies.
That was really cool.
And he teaches you a lot of cool phrases and stuff.
That's it.
Well-
He's been working on it hard.
Since we're here, and I'm gonna what Manus is eventually gonna work on is he wants to make Kaitora a music box that sings in Elvish.
Oh, it's cool as shit.
Damn, going romantic.
There's something in my story that's quite wild that you bring that up. No, okay, that's really fucking weird. I haven't written it yet, but it's like in the plotting.
Interesting.
I won't say anything yet, but that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, Jackson's really good at steering us and writing the directions that we
Jesus
end up choosing
fucking
on
Christ.
ourselves.
Holy shit. 1,000 years in the making, huh? That's fucking crazy and weird. The people you're interacting with and the person that you're giving this to and things that have happened in the past. That's fucking wild that you have chosen to do this. I can't believe that. Okay.
Well, I
You
came
won't-
up
no
with
one will know
5
for a long
seconds,
time.
so-
I'm talking like this particular thing is not going to be revealed in reference to something that you said until the next story with Dimoy. Like, it is not even in the current story that I'm working, it's in the next one. Jesus. Okay. Wow. Way to fucking throw me off. All right. So, is there anything in particular I'd like to close the day out, because this has been the longest day we've done yet. Is there anything particular anyone would like to do on this particular day, in this particular city, in this particular part of the world, with your particular amount of money?
Well, Lex can't do anything because Lupo got upset and kidnapped him.
Yeah, she gave you the look, and you know that means, how dare you fucking lose? Wait, no, how dare I
broke.
fucking lose, essentially.
So I probably
And,
went
yeah,
back
she
to fishing.
basically just walked off with him.
She, like, kind of returns the sword by, like, taking it by the blade and, like, jabbing you in the chest with, not, like, punch hard, super, like, not intent to do damage, but intent of, like, being rude. She, like, shoves the pommel into your chest, and as you take it, she just walks away and, like, drags you with her.
She just like knocks him out with the hilt of the blade and then just walks off with his body.
Anybody else have anything else you'd like to do on this particular day, in this particular city, in this part of the world?
Jug is beginning his journey of just mooching off Hatano as they go, I guess, and just drink wine.
Yeah, I was gonna say when Manus is done with the armor and Elvish and all that, he's just gonna go find Kaitor and just hang out with her.
I went fishing again.
You're going fishing again? Okay, so you find her wandering about the city in different... it takes you a little while to find her. You eventually do. and she is big shopping. She's doing the big shop.
The big shop.
She
He
do be.
tries.
Shoop.
I will get a Hero Forge of that later.
He tries to talk to her with the Elvish like words and phrases he's learned, but it's really, really broken, and it's like really bad. But he's trying.
So you give her like a basic
big heart.
hello, how are you, and it's like somebody who's not used to anything beside, like who's never really tried to speak Spanish at all, and so they end up saying grassy ass instead of gracias.
I was thinking exactly that. Yeah.
It's kind of like her eyes go wide and she looks at you and she goes, "Oh, who taught you that?"
What was his name?
His name was Bruthon.
Man, it just says
Yeah,
a
write
friend
that
named
down.
Bruthon.
Let me ask the DM his name.
I'll be back in a minute.
The DM cheat sheet. So, Katora goes shopping. I will need to get a Hero Forge put together that. She buys some clothes. She replaces her, she goes to a place and, she finds a niche little corner of the city, this particular bladesmith, and she goes, "I heard about this bladesmith. No offense to you, but it's, he's from my home, and he makes, blades very similar to what I'm used to. This thing that she points to, this one that like breaks in half in her current sheath, it like splits into two swords, kind of similar to Zuko's double sword Dao thing that he used in the series. Right, it's rough. It's not very good. It's straight bladed as well. She says, "This has served me well, but it's not my favorite weapon I've ever had. I'd like something familiar, considering, wanting to go back on land and arm myself again after spending," she kind of counts on her hand, counts on the other hand, 18 years at sea? It's been a while. Oh yeah, they've been saying, nobody's asked about the lore of the ship very much, other than that first night, that one night where you guys celebrated with the crew the anniversary of some war, some place far off. It happened a long time ago.
That's funny because I think the math has Manus being at sea about 10 to 15 years, so that's not too far off.
Yeah, you would have known about this, and it's like she's probably talking about the war with Duat, which is a strange sandy island up in the far north. It is like a place that most people go there and people visit there. It is somewhat of a tourist attraction, but it's one of those like dark tourist things where people really only go there if they're not afraid of rough environments and rough people. And I don't mean rough in the way of like there are gangs there. The people there are there are particular sorts of people there. There's particular ancestries that live there amongst the humans, and it is in a lot of parts very frequent sandstorms. If not every day, then it's at least like within once a week or every couple of days. There's just like constant whipping sandstorm. It's not like Duracell where there's like an orange sky a lot of the time down in the Guildlands. It's more dark most of the time. And not even in a nice like cloudy day sort of way either. It's like just too much sand for there to be light. Sometimes blowing around. It's not a very nice place. That's what most people know about it, is it's a very deeply ancient place. A very strange place where a lot of strange people come from. They have a very strange religion. They believe in like these living gods that apparently exist in their capital city. They have a very strange belief system there. Is Kyle back yet? Have you returned?
That's me, yeah.
Okay. I was gonna move on soon. I was trying to like draw it out a little bit till you got back.
Yeah, been having a fun night.
Got you. I think I know what you mean. Alright.
I doubt it. Not this time.
All right. So the day wraps up. Lex, do you do any kind of shopping or anything like that? Did you have any plans?
I'm probably going to attempt to work more on my diamond sword, I guess.
Okay.
And try to ignore a very upset Lupa. So.
Okay, and then when you guys all meet up again, Kaitora actually, like, she puts her money on the table at the end, where you guys all sit down at the end of the day. She goes, I would like to, I guess, essentially put my money forward towards maybe either splitting it between all of us or a sort of party fund, if anyone agrees or likes the idea. But my money is to be given and split between us or given however someone deems best.
Party fund would work well.
She's kind
It
of
would
like,
give
I
us the
don't
money
have
we
much
need
use
to
for this
resupply."
much money. She says, I don't intend on stopping or resting anywhere for just yet. At least not until someone else is. And she kind of looks at Manus.
I'm sorry, I was looking away. Could you say what happened?
She was essentially put her money, the rest of her money on the table. She put her money on the table and essentially was just like, we could either, split it. She offers her money as like just to be split or to start some kind of party fund between the group of you. And then Hatano also puts the gold on the table and she says, I agree.
I'm gonna look like an ass if I don't.
And Terragus,
put
like,
his
kind
money
of
on the
leaning
table.
against the wall. He's just like, maybe you could invest in a name for your party. And Kaitora
Maybe.
looks at him and he goes, shush. And he goes,
Yeah, Jug
Sorry.
looks over. Maybe you could also invest into the party if you want to ask us to pick a name. Or pick a name for yourself.
he's like, just saying, it'd make you easier to identify.
We do need a name.
Manus takes what little gold he has. I don't really remember how much, but he adds it to the pile and he's like, a group fund does not sound that bad.
Terragus takes the 1,200 and he's like, okay, I'm done playing games, I guess. Have your money. I have work to do. I'll see you in the morning. And he kind of gives you a wave and heads out the front door. Let me know what you decide. Name or money. All right.
How much should we just put into the middle? I'm curious.
So Kaitora puts
Probably
down
about 6,000 or 7,000 gold.
so 5,000 from Hatano because she doesn't. I would say
They went drinking.
40
They lost a couple.
I was gonna say 40. We'll say 4,800. She spent a decent amount of gold on her and Jug's drinks. She has a mask of soberness on. But here we are.
4,800, whatever's left from the shopping spree.
And then Kaitora's, hers has left, I think it was 2,000 in the beginning, and she spent about probably like, she spent a solid chunk of money. She spent about 500 gold between weapons and buying clothes and some new armor and stuff. Hero Forge pending. So she offers up about 1,500 of hers. And then
I have
So that's
70.
6,400 right now.
Terragus put 1,200 on the table.
Yeah. And
then
I have.
put,
Oh, go ahead.
Jug also put 1,200.
Manus only has 70 gold right now, but he does have a lot of like material. Like I have a lot of steel and like gold ingots and copper and stuff like that. That's where most of my money is.
I'm a broke bitch.
Broke ass bitch.
We are currently sitting at 8,700 gold.
Wow, we could probably afford one fucking thing from that wizard.
You guys are shopping on the
Well, that
high
we
end.
Pissed off.
Jug says that and immediately just gets pissed again and just turns around and goes back to drinking. That just
That's funny right there.
Do not insult the Nostrum Arcade from a distance. I'm all knowing. Just kidding.
I was just saying,
Oh my
Jug,
god.
I would immediately throw a
He just
fucking mug at him.
knows.
Boss music starts.
Just no.
He's too posh to drink in a place like this. He drinks up in the North City somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably his own tower.
All right.
Specific. I will say specifically though, Manus buys Kaitora and Hitano a drink, and since they won the tournament.
Very nice. Okay. So yeah, she holds it up to Hatano, and Hatano holds hers up with 2 hands, and then they both fucking down it. And she's got a big grin, and Hatano's like head down, like hiding the smile again. And she says, "Thank you, Menace."
Of course.
All right. Anything else before the big sleep and the big rest? As we move into the 6th day,
Yes.
right?
I think
Okay.
Is
so.
it,
Yeah, because I think
is
this
it
was
dawn of the
about
final day?
Well, you haven't gone to bed yet.
Well, will it be dawn of the final day?
It will be, in fact.
Neat.
All right.
Fucking sick ass, dude.
So, everybody heads off to bed. That's not the one I wanted. Too soon to play that one again. We just did that one. I was trying to just play some general, like, ambience of night music. That's not bad. I accidentally clicked
You know,
on
I haven't heard any ambience. Oh, that's why I got Kinku turned down. I didn't realize I had him turned
I
down.
accidentally turned on. Well, the one I turned on was the one that I played because I went to this particular playlist for when you were talking to Hira, and I turned on the song that was playing during that. But again, too soon. I've used it too soon to use it again for just ambience. It's still on the mind of a moment. Okay, so everybody beds down. Kaitora takes her spot by the window and begins to rest, and everybody goes to bed and gets their rest. And the night passes smoothly and quietly. And, let's see. Let me click to my notes really quick. Nope. No, check mark things. God damn it, it went to my list. Is that? Okay. Revian. Roll plus wisdom for me.
Just a second. Ugh. That would be wisdom plus 5. That's 21.
21.
Yep.
You are aroused by the sound of, like, thumping boots coming up the stairs of the inn of some kind. So you hear coming up the hallway. Not like heavy steps, but just like somebody apparently running. Jack, on the other side of the hall, you jerk awake out of like some kind of a nightmare. Kind of gasp, and you're just doused in sweat. You're just kind of like wide awake, alert, and then you also hear this like thump, 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 thump coming up the stairs and coming down the hallway. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna wake some people up just in case something's wrong.
So you wake everybody up in the room. So Jug, Manus, and then Kaitora's already awake. She's just kind of reading a book. And she kind of looks up and she looks at you and she looks at the hallway.
As Manus sits up, his armor that's like sitting over across the hall like shoots up in jets and like auto like just jumps onto him
fuck
and
yeah.
like clips on.
Jack and Lex and Lupo. What do you do? Jack, what do you do? Because Lex is still asleep. Did he step away? I don't know if he heard me.
I think he stepped away, yeah.
Okay. That's okay. I'll say he probably, like, gets your attention, Lex, and wakes you. And you see he's kind of like rubbing his head a little bit. And he like says that, like he heard something.
I might as well go check it out. I'm not exactly getting a good sleep with a big ass freaking wolf trying to sleep on top of me.
She like picks her head up and looks at you squinty-eyed from the corner of the room.
Yeah,
Kinda
I
gives
grab my
the-
weapon and head towards the door on my side too.
Jug's
So,
going fisticuffs. There ain't enough room to swing that damn thing in here.
My sword changes shape.
so Kaitora slips the book
So
into
does
her
mine.
bag.
It goes from portable to non-portable.
Kaitora
Can I
puts
ca-
the book in her bag and puts her backpack on and stands up.
Can I cast magic weapon on my cannon?
Well, as you're beginning to cast, the door bursts open, and a familiar figure stands in the door, horns rising up over her head, red lines and tattoos all over her face. As she looks at you all, and she looks around the room like fucking wide-eyed, and she's like, "Aye, ya ball bags! Are you off your fucking heads? Skedaddle, you fucking jobby fools!" And she says, "The city's being attacked, and you lot are still diddle-daddling about. Get out of here! We're fucking leaving!"
Oh.
And we go.
Okay.
Let's go then.
okay.
Never mind, yeah.
Yep,
Lex
there we
just
go. Jug grabs the
nonchalantly
sword.
goes to wake up Lupa, and she just smacks him with her paw because she doesn't want to get up. He just gets
Yeah,
launched.
you and Jack's door also kicks in, and like she's like, basically the same thing that you guys. Get the fucking move on!
Alright, guys, decide right now. Do we need a quick escape? If anyone says yes,
We're going. Hey, the city's under attack. We're going through a wall anyway. Go, go, go.
alright, Jug.
Yeah, the
fucking
sun's
goes
not
in
even
a
up
hole.
yet. Like it's early in the
Jug
morning.
immediately cuts a hole open into the fucking like window wall and just like jumps out it so it's big enough for everyone to hop out.
As you
I
like
don't know why I
push the
imagine
wall out,
Jug jumping out
the
the
captain
window
is
and
like
just, like, in
like
the
beats
hole.
you to it, and she runs past you and like jumps out and like lands in the street, and she looks up and she says, "Fucking move!"
Manus is gonna rocket man down with Kaitora. He's just gonna use his jetpack to.
Did Hatano also stay here, or did she? Like,
I was about to
go
say,
off
is
the ship
Hatano
again?
there? Because
Uh,
if she's there, I
Hatano's
was gonna
up,
grab
yeah.
her and Jug.
Hatano
And-
gets up
yeah.
and she
Fly.
joins you.
Alright, yeah, we'll just
I
like.
was gonna
jump
grab the
on
two little
Rivian.
people and fly.
Yeah, then Manus grabs Kaitora and he flies as well.
Well,
I figure Lex is on Lupa and going quick.
Yeah,
by this
like
point.
Lupa's like moving really fast. And he's just
Lupa
on top of
went
her
through
like a
her hole in the
horse.
wall.
Yes, she yeah, she ripped her own hole in the wall.
Yeah, the biggest person and the smallest person made a fucking hole in the wall, and everyone
It's
went
So-
just a
through.
little hole and then a massive hole next to each other. She made her hole directly next to his, didn't even bother.
And Jug used, I think Jugs would be as big as Lupa's because he just like
Oh,
used
that's
his
awesome.
sword to just fucking
He
shing,
carved it
shing,
out like a
boom.
piece of butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, except hers is just shaped like her.
Yeah.
It's shaped
Okay.
like Lex too, 'cause he was riding on top of her, so she broke the wall with his face.
So you guys jump out into the street, and you
That's
you
great.
begin to hear like distant fighting. The sky is still dark, somewhat clouded. You don't see the sun coming up yet. There's guards passing you occasionally. You see people running more inwards towards the east side of the city, getting away from the wall. Guards pass you, shouting orders to like the other guards following them. And let's fucking move! Get up to the wall now! Thurian's wall! Get to the wall now! To the wall! To the wall! Groups of archers passing you as you begin to move. What do you guys do? The captain obviously is
we
running.
should head
She's
to
not
the
even
ship,
waiting.
right?
She just bolts
Oh, no.
and beeline straight for the ship.
I immediately
somewhere.
followed her out the hole.
Okay.
I was about
Yeah.
to say, yeah, I'm just heading
I
towards
was
Yeah.
following the
with
captain. She's
Kaitora.
our
Lupa
ride.
already beeline for the ship.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I figured we're following the captain or heading to the ship or both. That's like
I'm carrying them, following the captain in case she needs help. Because we need our captain. Otherwise, the rest of the crew is going to be, nope, we're not leaving.
If
We're
we're
making
by
sure the
the
captain makes
water,
it.
Lupa would probably get in the water because we move faster in water than on land. She'd probably do that to get to the ship fast.
goddamn elementals.
As you guys like
You didn't go to the dock. You
jump
just
out
went
into the
to
street
nearest
and
water.
begin to
Exactly.
begin to follow her, you guys like see some lightning streak over in like on the front wall of the city, over what everyone keeps calling Thurian's wall, which is the west wall. Big long wall on the west side of the city. It's like, I don't want to say
Is
a
that the
mile.
lightning
It's
look
maybe like
familiar?
No. It doesn't, there's no thunder either. In fact, you swear you hear almost like a screeching in the distance, as you guys begin to book it through the city. And, she's like huffing it. She's fucking running, holding her sword steady on her side. And she's, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but these fuckers, they attacked. One of the dockmaster woke me, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. They said there's a blockade. We'll have to bust it and get out on the other side. We gotta get back to the ship first, but needed to get you guys on the ship to get the fuck out of here and take that fucking crystal and get it somewhere else. Out of the hands of whoever the fuck is attacking. This is some of the Dark Elves. I have no idea. Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, we need to get through a barricade. Revian, do you have any more blasting beams?
Oh, I resupplied.
No,
on
not a
blast.
barricade, a blockade.
Oh, well,
Blockade
still
of
same
shit.
thing applies. It doesn't matter.
Essentially, in
Nah,
a string,
We've
in
got
a
icebergs we can make a hole.
in a manner of thinking.
And a jet engine. Don't forget that.
Well, I
I
could
win.
theoretically just
I
make
got a
an
real good
ice-
arm too. I can have to take out.
We
take
could
out
jump.
lockdown once
We're
We
again.
can try and-
handing him cannonballs, people.
If
We
we
could
want the
try and
least
jump a
amount
blockade.
of possible annoyance, I could just make an iceberg and split the blockade so we can just drive through.
There comes a point where you guys are descending the hill, like going down toward the docks area, and like you actually spot a figure running along the rooftops off to your right.
That fucking Terrius or just a dark elf.
You watch him
look.
for a second, and you see the way he moves, and it's definitely Terragus, jumping from
Hell
rooftop
yeah.
to rooftop.
He was
Um,
keeping track of the captain, keeping her safe.
And he keeps moving and keeps up with you all until he eventually like gets to a point where he drops down. You guys are nearing the docks, and he drops down on the ground with you guys. And he's like, "I don't know what's going on, Captain, but they are attacking the wall. They have mages. What is this force? What is this fucking continent? Makes no sense sometimes. Why the fuck are the Dark Elves attacking?"
I will be
She's
right.
like, "Fuck if I know."
I didn't know there were even dark elves on this continent. No, I thought the Buthal, whatever his name is, was just visiting. Why is there an army here?
They're peaceful people. I don't know. They live all over this continent. They're everywhere. But it's fucking... I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. The last time Dark Elves just attacked somebody was over 1,000 years ago. I don't know. I don't care. I just want to get off this fucking pitiful continent. I'm already tired of being here. Let's go get the boat in the water and get the fuck out. Because
I want to see what this continent has to defend against dark elves.
As you guys arrive at the dry dock on the docks area, you see some of the crewmen are already they're already opening, like trying to get the dry dock like flooded and stuff, and getting the gates open so the ship can roll out. They've already been like working on it for several minutes now. Oh shit, that's gonna hang on. Not oh shit, like something bad is actually happening. Hang on, I'll just.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry.
Oh shit on my side. Hang on, give me a quick moment to find something.
Did anything crazy happen while I was gone, or did we just make it back to the ship?
Mostly,
It's dark elf. We just learned stuff. Dark elves are attacking.
Okay.
We don't know
Yeah,
why.
we're not back to the ship yet. We're still mid-run.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Close to the ship.
Terragus joined us. That's what. Unless you were there for that.
I heard Terragus join. That was the last thing before I had to run, but I'm back now.
okay. And as you guys are running, and you like stop at the dry dock, kind of facing like north-ish, like on one side of the dry dock, the ship is sitting like this way in front of you. You all do see, to two of you, a familiar flash of golden light at the front of the city, and an incredible deep roll of thunder that fucking shakes the ground. Revin, you get a buzz. She's here, doing exactly what she told you, doing her thing, being in danger as usual.
And we have our own danger to contend with, since she knows this.
And
Can't
as you kind of
help
like
her.
getting this vibe, there's another bolt of lightning and another crack of thunder. And you just see these blue streaks and then the occasional The blue streaks of lightning that are just soundless and thunderless. And then you see that golden crack through the air, and then the big roll of thunder breaking that kind of silence. Okay, so arriving at the ship, what do you guys do?
Is it still in dry dock?
It's still
Or is
in the
it
dry
water?
dock currently, and they're trying to get the gate open.
Lex, if we can bust those, Jug, if you can bust those gates open to let the ship out, Lex can control the water to pull it in and let the ship come out easier.
Yeah.
All right,
Sounds
I'm on
fun.
it.
And I can put wind into the sails to push it forward faster once we get to that point.
I was about to say, and then Manus can switch on the jets if he needs to.
I can also redirect the wind to make a wedge in front of us if we need to break through anything. Should help tremendously.
Whatever you need me to do, I'll do it.
I guess Manus could also help open the door with Jug if he needs to shoot at it. It's whatever, though.
We're running toward a door on the docks. I feel like I could just run. I can use my ability for what it's actually intended for and run through it.
Straight into
Break
water.
it the fuck up. Break it the fuck open.
Okay, so what's the plan? Who's going first?
Probably Jug to get the gate
open
Okay.
to let the ship out.
So Jug, running over, you see that they've got like these big wheels turning chains to try and keep the gates open and closed.
Oh,
And it's like a big wheel with these big wooden stick pieces that they pull on to crank, and it pulls on a chain on a big spool nearby, giving multiple leverage points for this fucking heavy ass chain and this heavy ass gate. What do you do, pal?
cool. Well, I thought we were running towards the Trespassers Gate. I thought this was on land. Now that I know it's on water, I'm going to absolutely turn this thing the other direction. If they're trying to keep it closed, I'm
No,
going to
the
shove
crew is
someone.
trying to open it, but they're like, it's a
They
big
can't
thing.
do it. They're not quite strong enough to do it quickly.
Yeah, it's a slow process. This is not a fast thing with a dry dock.
Well, whatever it is, I'm going to make sure it opens as quick as possible.
Okay.
I'm going to use all my strength.
They see
gonna
you and
grab one of the
recognize
wheels
you,
by
and they
the-
like step out of the way. I'm like, move, boys, get out of the way. Let him step up.
This little man! The dock worker's going, what the fuck is that dude?
Oh no,
doing
there's no
here?"
dock workers. This is your crew. Like, you recognize these guys.
Oh, I figured.
This is a whole new side of Jug. He's still his armor was cut up, so and he didn't get Manus to repair it yet. So he's just like shirtless, all scarred up now, and it's just pulling on this thing.
Let's see
Oh
it.
my god, I have rolled a 4 like 14 times.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
a 14.
All right, so you grab it
Jesus.
and you push, and it goes and it goes, but it's like it's going at about the speed that they were all together. And they kind of like look back and forth, and they look at you, and you're like, "Do you?"
Yes,
Should we-
help me?
Okay.
Yes, everyone get together.
And they jump in
I haven't
and
slept in 24 hours. I'm tired as fuck.
yeah, you didn't get a full rest, but it was you slept for a few hours. But yeah, it begins to move easier now, and they begin to help you, but it snags, and it's on the other side that you're having a holdup. What do you all do? You see, like, Jug begins to move this, pulling on this big spool, beginning to move the chain, but he halts as, like, the wheel seems to not want to move. And, you know, with his strength and all the help he's got, certainly isn't that's the problem. And you see the group struggling on the other side of the gate with their side of it.
I guess I'm gonna go over there and try and help if nobody else wants to.
I was about to say,
Uh-oh. There he is, okay.
hold on. Yeah, Manus is gonna run over there with the gate as well.
Okay. So you go over there, Revian goes over there. Manus, roll your Rocket Man to, like, jump. Are you jumping over, or are you gonna, like, run all the way around? It'll take you a second to get
No,
there.
he's
if you
gonna,
do.
he's gonna jump. He's
You're
gonna
gonna jump in Rocket Man? Okay, roll your Rocket Man to get over there. Oh, we lost somebody else.
Oh, who was that?
That was Robert, I believe.
Hey, Robert.
Yeah, it was.
Oh no, it's all uneven.
Oh,
Oh, wait, he
back.
came back. Okay. Everybody's having to reset their Discord. All good. Oh, nope, still not
And
working.
He's gone again.
That's okay.
Yep, I had to reset mine for sure. Mine was screwed everything.
I'll leave it for a second. It's okay. We'll look we'll look uneven for a moment while he fixes his.
Something's wrong.
That is a Hold on. Yeah, that's a 10.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's not great.
Okay. So you step up to the edge, and it's not wanting to work. Revian, yours is because your class is ridiculous. You just simply step out over the open space and float across.
Yeah.
And you see Manus struggling behind you as you float across to begin helping the crewman. Do you do anything to help him, or do you continue?
Shit, he wishes.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach back real quick and slow down enough to grab him mid-jump, since he failed and wouldn't have made it all the way, and
Internet
help him
virus.
finish the rest of the way, help carry him.
Okay. It takes you an extra couple of seconds, but you fly Manus over there, and you guys grab on and begin yanking on the chain to help as well.
Yes.
All right.
Can I spend a charge to like overcharge like my like strength to like give us a boost to help us like get past it quicker?
Okay.
I got a really good roll. Considering I'm not a strength fellow.
Or at least like let me roll with intelligence instead of strength if I spend a charge?
Sharpie says your internet virus is spread to him. Okay. Sorry, one more time. I was reading that. I was trying to see what he said.
Could I spend a charge to roll with my intelligence for this
Yeah.
strength check?
Absolutely, yeah. Using the power of your armor and stuff. Go ahead. So roll plus intelligence for that. Revian, how are you going to assist? You're just going to brute force, use your...
I was gonna try and reinforce my arms with wind to push away from where I'm pulling from.
So like have the wind push on you to try and pull in the other direction?
more or
Okay.
less.
Just grab on tight and just hope it pushes you well enough. Okay, so roll plus intelligence for cast a spell. Go ahead and spend a mana for it. And we'll just call it, what spell would that be? Bluster on yourself, I guess? I don't know. What are you thinking?
Heavy gust. Like all that weight of trying to knock down 6 different people pushed on me at the same time to push me forward.
Say like a bluster with the heavy gust, because I think the heavy gust is an effective hitting, right?
Yes,
So like
it is.
you feel that
And
gust
that's
hit
the
your
reason
back.
it came to mind, because I rolled like a freaking 23?
A million. So
No, 24.
you grab onto it and you feel that initial hit of wind, and then you're waiting for the heavy gust to come in as it begins to move a little bit, and then you feel that extra push of wind as Manus, you're like pulling down with your power
Manus
armor.
he rolled a dirty 20, so...
Okay, yeah, well enough. So Manus is pulling down, and you begin to feel some motion there. The wind is pushing you, Revian, as you come out from under it, like pushing on it with your shoulder in the wind. You come out from under it on the other side, and then like come back and begin pulling on it, and it actually begins to move, and the gate gets in motion again.
Ooh, could Manus grab it and then start like flying with his jetpack and just kind of like pushing it like that?
That would be really awkward to reset yourself each time to the other side.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Well, what I was going to say now is if Jug wants to roll plus strength again and see what he
I'll
gets
do
this
it.
time. Because he's kind of, regardless of how many people are on this, he's kind of the lead of this, considering how much strength he has.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
No
You did it
fucking
again,
way.
didn't you?
Oh, no.
What'd you
Jug
roll?
hits his limit and just passes out on the ground. I rolled a
Oh,
fucking
shit.
nat 1.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
Yeah, Jug pushes a little too hard, and
Jack needs help!
Everyone's just probably freaks
And
out
I'm
now
pretty
'cause
sure
it's like,
she would
City
run.
on fire! Strongest guy I've ever met is on the ground. What is going on?
yeah, Hatano
Lupo
comes
is
over
probably
and like, sorry, I'm trying to like fix the stream at the same time while his Discord is having a fit, so we have an extra thing for everybody to look at while we're waiting. Okay, hang on, I cropped that wrong. I could crop it up a little bit, make it fit better. There we go. And I can hide. There we go. A simple process and an easy one. Okay, come on, OBS. Respond to me. Okay, it's not working. Whatever. The folders will not close. Thank you. All these folders drop down and I can't fucking close them and just like refusing to listen. Okay, there we go. Do like this for a minute. Okay. A little scuffed for a second, but here we are. There's a floating Lex in the middle of the air. Just the word Lex floating off to the side. I guess it got pulled out of a folder somehow. Whatever. I was fucking with it earlier. I couldn't get it to cooperate. Okay. So Jug falls over and passes out, and she's just like looks around concerned. Is just like, what? And she like picks him up by his armor and begins to drag him away. And you see a small figure come running over, and he's like, what? What happened? What the fuck? And he looks down at
Reggie.
he looks down at Jug and he's like, what the hell? Okay, he pulls a red vial out, pours it in his mouth. He says, wait. He looks at Hatano. Wait 5 minutes and then shake him violently. Okay. And he pulls the vial off of his belt and he downs it. Black liquid in the bottom you're familiar with. It fills up as he opens it, and he kind of
Shake him like a friggin' snack, like a bear stick.
and you actually see him get like a couple inches taller. And he goes over and one of the crewmen moves out of the way. He grabs one of the things and he begins to move it.
I'm glad he figured that mutagen out after he fucking blinded me.
Oh my gosh. Holy shit.
That's freaking funny right there.
Motherfucker.
Hey, he had to test it on you because he wasn't sure if it would affect you right.
The wording on mutagen is specifically, you have been testing on yourself for years. So this one,
That is
Yeah.
funny.
He's been testing
the
on
wording
himself
that I
for
went
years.
with on that is that the reason he said I would have to do some tests originally upon like agreeing to let you do a to also take a mutagen and begin experimenting. So the reason he did that is because you were sitting down with leisure time and he would be able to actually experiment and find the threshold for where you lie on the scale of
Fuck, you're
internal
not.
injury by dangerous chemical.
Internal injury by dangerous.
I like mine better. Fucked or not.
Okay.
Or not.
Dope or nope.
So he begins helping to move the gate. For funsies, I'm going to roll and see for what kind of adverse effect that he might have with his mutagen that I decided was a success as a narrative thing, but...
Oh, I know what to do. Next time we
What's that
brew
noise?
wine, we're gonna call it brewed or screwed.
Rude or screwed. Yep, that's
Yeah.
I like that
that's
one.
been
I
Jug
don't
in
know what
the
that noise
show.
was. Okay, hang on. I gotta find out what Reggie's stat is.
Reggie
your
just
son.
popped a potion. He just does it. Jesus Christ, he went straight to ludicrous speed. He didn't even care.
Where is it? There's a little homunculus. Let's see.
Oh, it's laughing at my Spaceballs gifs. I'm upset.
Ah, interesting. I forgot. He did this, but his con isn't great. Okay. I'm not even fucking joking. Can you see that? Natural one, whatever.
Bear. No
Okay,
way.
we will find out
I
what
can
happens,
bear
because I
this.
decided it was a success in terms of the effect that he needed. I'll deal with that in a minute. Oh boy. Okay, so the gate begins to open finally. You guys see a situation with Jug taking place across the way, but as is in battle, you continue your job. You'll check on him in a minute, I'm sure. Jack kind of steps out in front of the ship, in front of the dock, and I'm going to have him start, like, telekinetically pushing the ship from the front. And, Lex, what are you doing? the gates are beginning to open, and the water is it doesn't come up to the boat. What it does when the gate opens is it kind of comes into the dock at the bottom a little bit, but it's not up to the boat. It's like, here's the boat on the actual ramp thing with stops in the bottom, and then here's the water down here.
So I help the water move faster, I guess.
Okay, so elemental mastery, sir.
Yes, I do not have my sheet open, but I do believe that. May
I
roll my
figured he'd already started
D20.
pulling that in the instant
May
the door
roll my
started opening.
D20 Eldritch die.
It's +6 on your wisdom.
So
That's what I currently have.
that is a 21.
Nice.
21. Okay,
Nice.
let's pick some tags.
Let's open my play sheet. Hold
You
on.
do 2 or
I can
3.
freaking find this thing. Should be under. Yes. Documents. Okay.
Wasn't it 2 and none or 3 and 1?
That's right.
So that is Elemental Mastery, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
So strong. And subtle.
Strong and subtle.
Not subtle. Strong and forceful. That's
Okay, that makes sense to me. Bring the water.
Yeah, I'll just go with the 2 tags. I don't want to. I don't want to hurt myself.
So
I
you
don't
begin
think I
to
need anything else.
pull the water in, and Jack steps out in front of the boat and begins to like reach out, and he begins to push the boat out, and you begin to hear it like groan. And you watch the 2 splints at the bottom go and just like fly away as he begins to push. The little thing's holding it perfectly in place, and ship begins to like gradually move backwards. The gates are opened. Hatano is like pulling Jug towards the ship now. Just like kind of like looking around, like wide-eyed, just like very
the
clear
instant
look
we
of
have
like,
the gates
how long
open
can
up-
how do I know it's been 5 minutes? Kind of one of those looks.
The instant I know the gate's open enough, I would have went over there to pick up Hatano and Jug, and she probably would have let me know about that shaking him thing. It's easier for me to do it than her.
Yeah, she looks and she says, "The homunculus said shake him after 5 minutes. How do I know it's been 5 minutes? There's a battle in front of the wall. How the hell do I know?"
Did he say not to shake him at all before that?
He did
We
not
can give
say.
him some light shakes for a bit. That's all I can say. I don't know.
You shake him, and Jug just kind of like, Jug, what do you mumble like? Equivalent to like, I don't want to go to school. Like, kind of, what do you mumble?
Chug
Get the
probably
number
is
on that bus.
just too tired. Just like, I'm the goddamn Lord. I don't want to get up right now.
Wow.
At that, I'm gonna slap him in the face.
You watch Hatano do one of these. Like,
She's probably
like
heard him say that
restrains.
before. Just as a kid, just God.
Okay,
I'm just
so
gonna
you
slap
guys,
him in the face, wake him up.
he gives you another one. What do you say this time, Jug?
I'm like, training can wait till tomorrow. I want to get up.
She's just
I
kind
look
of
over
like,
at Hatano and I go,
it has
I
not been
guess,
5 minutes then.
I guess it's not been, that's what I was about to say. I guess it's not been 5 minutes then. We'll find out in a second. Hop on my back so I can do it again if I need to.
Punt him
While we
next
fly.
time. See if it works.
All right.
He's
So-
saying some things he wants to probably keep hidden. I'm the only one that knows about it besides Hatano and Katora.
So Kaitora jumps the gap to the ship, and she starts climbing the ladder up the side of the ship. And she climbs up. Terragus does the same, and he immediately goes up to start climbing the crow's nest. The crew, you see them all over the deck of the ship, already preparing the ship. The sails are already hung, most of them. Some of them are still being hung. You see them like up on the
Alright.
yard arms far above.
I'm gonna have Manus try and Rocket Man one more time to get back on
Go
the
for
ship.
it. Try and land on the top deck. Let's see it.
I probably felt Reggie grab my legs to get back on the ship easier as I flew off.
16.
All right.
I just realized that Robert's not back yet. He must have.
Made it.
Yeah, it must have been something bad. like Reggie comes over to the edge of the dock, and like if you reach out for him, he like kind of waves your hand away, and he's like doing like this on the side of his. I think you know it's his eyeball.
Yeah.
And he crouches down and like jumps over onto the deck of the ship.
Oh, he like Hulk jumps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he Hulk jumps onto the deck of the ship, and then you see him break into a like staggering jog down to get below decks. And he says, "Get the fuck out of my way! It's bad. It's real bad. Shit."
Manus just makes his way to the jet engine so he can get it ready
Okay.
to go when they need
Roll
it
your jury rig. Lex, what are you doing now that the ship is now taking up the water and beginning to move? Jack is like getting the ship just in its final movements out of the dry dock here.
I'm gonna use elemental mastery to
There
conjure
he
up
is.
some wind and help get
Oh,
this
it's
thing
not.
out of here faster. Oh, it's the Baka himself.
Indeed.
23 for my jury rig.
23.
Yeah.
It's
We
23.
went a little bit late today.
Okay, so do I have to roll elemental mastery for that? For the wind?
Sorry. Okay, so 23 to do the engines. You're doing what, Lex? I was
Just saying,
shifting
hi,
stuff.
carry
around.
on, he says. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna conjure up some wind to help this ship move faster.
Okay.
So we're gonna-
Go ahead and roll elemental mastery for that.
Okay.
So, Manus, you get both engines. They both spark up, and they begin to take that low humming whir.
This is-
Phoebe comes
Ooh, that's
down and
not
like
bad.
helps you do the other one. She
That
gets
is
the
a
other one started
19.
up. Very nice. 2 and under 3 and 1, sir.
I want
Let
to
me look at
cast
my play sheet.
a wind wall in a wedge shape on the front of the ship to help block anything being shot at us or keeping wind resistance away.
Okay,
I'm
so this would
gonna
be more
say
like
strong
preparing
and
to do so
forceful.
because like you guys aren't even in the water yet. But like,
Yes.
I'll say like
For
you
that.
can
I
like
don't think I
hold
need to
for
do
this.
anything
So
Since
make
he
a
was
note of
doing
that because I
the
think we're going to
wind.
end here in a second because it is 12:17.
Yeah, so
so go ahead and write that down.
2 and none, I guess, and strong
Okay.
and forceful.
Strong and forceful. So he's pushing the ship out and it is moving pretty well. And then you kind of like give that gust and it, you hear a bit of a groan as it and like goes down into the water. Manus, you feel a bit of like a dropping and a sinking. You kind of come up off the floor for a second a bit. And the ship has dropped into the water, you know now. And it begins to pull back and begins to turn a little bit. You can see the captain at the helm. She's got her and Bor up there like turning the wheel. And the crew is scrambling about the deck of the ship. Lex, you and Jack are still on dry land though.
I jump in the freaking water and swim there as fast as possible because I can move faster in water than on land.
All right. Lupa,
Do I need to go back and pick up Jack?
Actually, according to
Same.
my play sheet, I move extremely fast in water. Wait, what the hell?
well, as you're kind of looking over,
Oh, I
like
knocked
preparing this wind wall, you look over and see Jack there, and you see a large woman scoop Jack up, jump in the water, and then they both disappear under the waves for a second, and then you see him pop back up, mounted on a very fast-moving water wolf, and as they like blaze past Lex and come up to the ship, and similar to when she arrived, she kind of comes around the other side of the ship and she splashes up over the deck and like sets Jack down.
With
And
Lex
she-
in her teeth.
She leans over the other side. She walks over to the other side of the ship and she leans out and she kind of gives one of those as she looks down at you, Lex. And then she wanders off to go
Beat
start
that.
helping haul lines and get the ship in order for once,
Oh, okay.
understanding the situation.
About this time, I'm gonna slap Jug again. Does he wake up?
Oh, no pun kicks?
So if
We
you,
can't afford to go retrieve
Colton,
it.
have you seen the second
No, yeah,
RDJ's
Well, I'm in the
Sherlock
water, I
Holmes,
can do it.
I don't-
where he
I
sticks him with
might
the
have.
he sticks
Might
him
have
with
been years
the
ago.
adrenaline?
Oh,
It's been forever. I don't remember.
It's like waking up in a dead sprint. You come up and Jug runs about 10 feet across the deck. What do you say? What do you do? What's your first what do you do beyond that?
Jug pops up immediately, just like, and then like just bursts forward like he was back at that fucking tournament, and then just punches a barrel and fucking destroys it. It's like, where am I?
Okay, so Jug jumps up, punches a fucking barrel, it collapses, and like some flour spills out all over the deck. Okay.
Oh my god.
So, with Robert
It's
having
basically like Crank.
with the time and also
Come on then, bro. We're
Robert
down
having
to
internet
tic-tac.
problems with Discord
That's-
or internet, whichever one it is, we'll
No,
call it
I'm
there.
talking
Ain't nothing to
Jason
me,
Statham
man.
movie.
So, we'll call it there. Any actions you want to take next? Go ahead and take a note of them so you don't
lines.
forget. Of course. If you have anything you don't want to forget, write it down, obviously. More specifically for Revian, so you don't forget your wind wall thing. And we will pick up there next week.
See you guys
Alright.
next week.
Hitting the waves yet again.
All right, see you guys next week. I have
a
to
good
go
one.
eat
Good night, fellows.
dinner. Have a good one.
Good night.
See you guys next time. Good night.
Good night.
God.
And goodbye, stream.